The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
All right, welcome to the Dark Roast Nerdiness, episode 33, everybody. How y'all doing? As you can see, we got almost everybody here tonight. Been a hell of a last 2 weeks, man. We got a lot of memoriams to go through tonight, sadly. Got a hell of a good amount of For the Lulz going. And we've got everything from media news, gaming news, slot tuber news, drama news, possible connection to the Lego Cartel and the Mormon Mafia. Who knows? Fun shit. Since all of us are tired and everything, and we're going to do a shameless plug to Eli and all the guys, if you want some good energy, right there, go for it. No, they're not sponsored, but goddamn it, I'd love them to because I drink a fuck ton of this shit.
I'm still on my lowly monster.
Yeah, your lovely can of kidney rot.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember all those stories of kids dying of Monster back in, what was it, early 2000. And it's like, yeah, you're not supposed to drink 6 of those in fucking 4 hours, retards.
Yeah, they're drinking them like soda. I mean, let's not even get started with Four Loko.
Yeah.
State of Texas is going after Cirrus or Citra, whatever that is, for that. Yeah, there's a whole story.
Celsius. Yeah, because they lie about, well, they don't lie. They're not up. They tote themselves as an all-natural thing, but then you read the levels of everything on the back, and it's like you're almost damn near drinking 2 fucking Red Bulls.
Well, yeah. Well, there's some girl that got an enlarged heart from it and died, so there's like a whole stink about it. Yeah.
Well, we are streaming all today. It looks like we got Rumble, Kick, and YouTuber going good. So if y'all hop in, please feel free to comment. Let us know where you're watching us at. We're going to hop into the 2-week recap here. So we're going to hop into some gaming news because, oddly enough, entertainment-wise, other than losing people and anime, we had a little break for 2 weeks that really didn't have a whole lot other than a few movies and shows popping out. Which little tidbit, not like anybody was shocked, Grogu and Mando is a bomb. That fucker is going to lose money. I love watching all these videos of Copium going strong on all these diehard shills sitting there going, it'll make $1 billion. No, it won't, motherfuckers. It'll be lucky if it even breaks 5. So, didn't see that one coming. I mean, seriously, it was just literally a 3-hour episode.
All right, what's going to do
no
better?
function to fill.
Mandalorian and Grogu or Toy Story 5?
Dude, Toy Story 5.
Blow it out.
I like it. Blows my mind how much money the Toy Story movies still make, and I still haven't even watched the 4th one because I was just kind of like, dude, why? Why are we still doing more?
Exactly.
Well, I like that Disney.
I didn't even know there was a 5 until I opened up Disney Plus today, and it was like, hey, look here at the red carpet. I'm like, what?
Disney's also revamping and reissuing all the Toy Story games from like forever ago.
Yeah, and then they're also about to nostalgia bait because they just announced that Small Soldiers 2 is in production.
Oh, geez. Daily and dollar store on that.
They're going to try and milk all that shit. All right, so gaming news. For gaming news, though, Sony just had the State of Play, and they just had the Summer Game Fest. At the State of Play, a couple of big reveals. One of them we're going to watch the actual gameplay and trailers is for the Marvel's Wolverine game, which looks pretty damn good, actually. I'm a little pissed off that it's a Sony exclusive only, so if you don't have a PlayStation, go fuck yourself, basically.
It'll hit Steam soon enough.
Nope. They're going back to exclusive titles only because it's the only way Sony, Nintendo, and fucking Xbox are even going to survive. In fact, if you think about it, when they started sharing all their shit, that's when all their sales went down.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's face it, Halo is what made Xbox because you could only get it for forever on just Xbox. Just like Destiny originally, Destiny 1 was a PlayStation-only game. what was it? The Gears was another PlayStation only game. No, that was a Xbox game. What was the one that came out on PlayStation that was an exclusive other than Destiny?
Was it Batman?
Like Dying
No.
Light, or no? It was
Yeah,
The Last
I'll
of
have to
Us.
look. It's
Last
been
of
so
Us
damn long.
was an
Yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah. They also teased an Until Dawn 2, which that trailer to me was kind of eh.
Hey, Keith.
Yeah, hey Keith. Yeah, I know a lot of people that have been wishing Spider-Man, but you got to remember, PlayStation's owned by Sony, and Sony has all the rights to Spider-Man because the idiots at Marvel were dumb enough to sell and make that deal. So as long as they keep pumping out movies, even if they're trash, just like they do with Fantastic Four, they will in perpetuity have Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. So yeah, he brought up a good point. Spider-Man's another one that a lot of them are PlayStation only.
Yeah.
And the funny part is, now that they're cracking down on emulators, we're going to see a lot of that disappearing, sadly. On the other news of the state of play, God of War. Everybody's like, "Woo, God of War," and then they realize you're playing as his wife in the afterlife. So, God of War with no Kratos. Yeah.
Yeah. How strong is she?
How's that God of War then? If you're not playing as Kratos or he's not involved, what the fuck?
Goddess of War?
Yeah, apparently they've been breaking more of it down, and it just doesn't look good all around. It's like, it's one of those. They should have left the God of War title out and done a storyline of her and then just surprised everybody at the end when you're linking it. That would have been a better way. I mean, let's face it, people hear God of War, they want to see Kratos. I mean, look how much shit the last game got just because you're playing so much as the son. Even though it was fun, you play Kratos or play Kratos.
Yeah, but what pantheons are left for them to go digging into?
Oh god, they're digging into every fucking mythos they can now. Like the trailer alone showed a Hindi deity and a Chinese mythos from like the Wukong era. So yeah.
At least Batman games were cross-platform. Yeah.
Oh dude,
Yeah.
the Batman. My god, dude, I still fire up what is it?
Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum and the other one every once in a while.
Well, I
Just
mean, you
because
had
they were
Mark
so damn
Hamill
good.
involved, so of course it's going to be good.
Well, not just Mark Hamill. They were good. The gameplay was good. They were the first Batman games I ever played that only every once in a little while the camera would fuck you on where it went.
It would.
So I can't say so much for the Spider-Man games. The Spider-Man 2 game, man, there were many times I'd be swinging and all of a sudden I don't see where the fuck I'm going or my character anymore.
I mean, the Batman games were basically a movie that you could control. Like, that was cool.
Yeah. Summer Game Fest was today, right? I think. I haven't watched it yet, so I can't talk much about that. Ubisoft revealed Rayman Legends Untold, a rebuilt version of the 2013 platform running on the new Snowdrop engine. Avatar RPG, The Last Airbender RPG, has been canceled. Apparently, for the people that care, I don't give a fuck about Call of Duty, but we report everything here. The new Call of Duty is getting some controversy as the main mission will prioritize an invasion of North Korea. So what's the title of it? Call of Duty Kim Jong fucked?
No, they're probably just doing that because Kim Jong, that's like one of the few games he plays.
Well, then they better at least show like a silencer getting shoved up his rectum and the clip run dry.
But, like, that's going to be like a
Then he might
2-hour
enjoy
game
that,
at
though.
max. And it's only going to be 2
Yeah.
hours just because you want to go collect some, like, legendary item that they hid in the fucking forest or some shit. You got to go find the
Yeah.
legendary landmine that Kim Jong-un placed himself and win the lottery.
And last news, Ghost of Yotai. Apparently, Sucker Punch Productions confirmed that in just 2 months after its launch, the game has received its final major content update. So basically, that's, in a sense, it's already getting its kiss of death. Can't access some issues scanning. So, Keith, that's actually going to probably be happening to every game. They are moving forward at light speed with age verification bullshit. Sadly, when it comes to a little bit of everything, that's all going to kind of start happening.
Well, and this is all because it's all online gaming. You don't own the title anymore. Like you don't.
You will own nothing,
Yes.
and you will like it.
Right?
Also, what's up, Entity?
Agreed.
We didn't.
What's
see
going on,
you,
Entity?
We didn't see you pop up earlier. What's up?
Where's he at?
Well, where's he at?
He popped up in the chat, said hi, but it didn't pop up in.
Oh, I don't
StreamYard.
see it right here on StreamYard.
I know it didn't pop up in StreamYard, but it's in the actual
Weird.
YouTube.
Huh. What's going on, Entity? Yeah, for some reason it didn't show yours. That's odd. Huh. Hold on real quick. Let me check the settings here, make sure it's actually... No. So, yeah, it should be showing everything. If we are not seeing you or responding, we are sorry. We're using StreamYard right now, and apparently one of our regulars just shouted in to say hi, and it's being douchey and not saying shit.
Well,
So, yeah, sadly, Keith, that... Unless somebody does some level of high-grade fuck you to that shit and halts it, we're all basically going to be stuck doing that shit. So during the last 2 weeks, we have sadly lost a few people in the entertainment space. And we like to always do a little bit of an in memoriam for people. So since there's quite a few and I don't feel like depressing the living shit out of everybody watching, we're going to kind of speed run some of these. So the first one that came to our knowledge this last 2 weeks was Yoshihiro Nishimura. He was actually known as the Tom Savini of Japan. He was a prolific special effects movie makeup artist that had several pioneering movies to his credit. First most noted that people in the U.S. would recognize is Suicide Club, The Machine Girl, and Tokyo Gore Police. So he was basically their version of Rick Baker. And sadly passed away at, wasn't too old, but wasn't young. Let me see here. We were so professional on losing all my shit already.
Hey, there we go. It's working.
There we go. It's working?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we got
Okay,
it.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see that. The day digital ID go along. Yeah. Well, sadly, the whole world's going that direction.
No, we still won't be the UK. Trust me on that one.
Yeah, considering they're already about to revert back.
Yeah.
So, Marcia Lucas, former wife of George Lucas, sadly passed away. For those that don't know, she was actually a very amazing film editor. She was known for editing Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, THX 1183, and the classic cult movie American Graffiti. She was also the one that convinced George Lucas to leave the Force in Star Wars. So we would not have the Force if it wasn't for her. Because he was questioning leaving it in or not, and she basically put the halts on that and said, no, space samurais need voodoo.
She is the Metachlorian.
We also sadly lost Hiroyuki Kawasaki. He was a renowned Japanese screenwriter whose works include Halo Legends, Blade of the Immortal, and Tomiko Hero Rescue Force. Along with everything else you see on there, Gundam, Eureka 7, Godnar.
Ranma.
Like, Jesus, when it comes to anime and voice actors recently, it has been a metric ass ton.
Yeah.
Yes, it has.
We lost Pabo Bryson. For those who don't know, he was the Grammy-winning R&B artist who wrote some of the best Disney songs, like most of the songs from Beauty and the Beast and A Whole New World from Aladdin. Passed away at 75. We also lost Hideaki Hata. Sorry, I sped through that name a little too fast. He was the president of Kyoto Animations. For 41 years, he shaped anime as a whole.
Wow.
We also lost John Blanche, who was the legendary illustrator behind Warhammer 40K. Like, this guy, literally almost all the illustrations you see on everything for Warhammer, I think up to like the last 5 years, was primarily him. We lost Peter Sallis. He was an amazing English actor with many credits under his name, but most people know him as the voice of Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. And this is the one that hit the hardest for me. We lost Anthony Head, most known as Giles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, was also the lead in Repo the Genetic Opera. He was the main antagonist up to the current season of Ted Lasso, and he was also on the TV show Merlin. Sadly, this makes the third actor from Buffy we've lost, the second this year alone. And the outcry of the remaining cast was pretty brutal to read because he pretty much was the father to everybody on set for pretty much every production he ever worked on. We also lost James Handy. He very well-known American character actor, best known for Top Gun Maverick, K-9, Jumanji, and Logan, and Unbreakable. The sadness of this death was due to the conditions. He was actually stabbed by the son of his girlfriend, who called him the man of sin while doing it.
Oh.
I think we're going to find more as that story kind of unfolds.
Yeah, we need to follow that because that's crazy.
Yeah, that very weird one right there. They're still kind of compiling everything together, what happened. And then the creator space, especially the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card collector scene, lost one of their largest content creators, Alex Simo, whose channel was Simu, a bunch of O's. Passed away at 32. He had been in a very long battle with stage 4 cancer. So we like to always do a content creator spotlight on our show. And due to his passing, I am putting him as the content creator. So we're going to, after the show, I will have the link to his channel in our descriptions. Please feel free to go subscribe, even though he's passed, and leave a comment for his loved ones. Just show some support because they are probably going through a lot, especially from what I understand. His battle was a very long one and a very brutal one. Stage 4 is never anything anybody should go through. So those are the ones that we pay respect for too. Those are in memoriam for the last 2 weeks. Hopefully this next 2 weeks we don't have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Well, also,
I'm getting kind of sad of how long all this starts getting.
With in memoriam, I'd also like to mention that today is actually the anniversary of D-Day.
Yes.
Yes.
For those who are uneducated.
Well, okay, give them a little bit of tidbit. You got to remember, a lot of the younger generation didn't even have civics or economics classes anymore.
That's true. D-Day is the anniversary of storming the beach of Normandy for World War II. So
The liberation of France.
Quite a bit of stuff.
Was that Operation Overlord or Market Garden?
I want to say Overlord.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Market Garden was something else. I know that for sure.
Yeah. Well, both were the most pivotals. I know that. I just can't remember which one. I always mess up the two.
Yeah, me too, honestly. Overlord. I was right.
It was Overlord. Okay.
Yeah, Overlord.
Check real quick what Market Garden was. Because now my brain's going to be thinking the rest of the show. What the fuck was the other one?
Wasn't. God, this thing's going slow. What in the devil?
Your computer's telling you to go fuck you off.
Oh, Netherlands. That was
okay.
the opening fight in the Netherlands.
Okay.
Which was September 25th, 44.
Okay. All right.
17th
cool.
to the 25th.
All right. So now we're going to go into our first story tonight first subject we're going to kind of talk into. There will be no video or pictures of this first one. Solely because I don't want to look at this cocksucker's ugly mug for the whole time I'm talking about his asshole ass, and I'm pretty sure most of our watchers don't either. So, Hasan Baby Oil Bin Laden Diddy Piker.
How long did you
Completely diabolical, for those of you that know where that comes from. Slop tubing dickhead dipshit of the year is crashing out epically on the fact that he has been banned from the UK.
Hasan Piker.
Hasan Piker, or as like another person said, he has done the impossible. He is the first Muslim to be banned from the UK.
Can we just not?
He's also under investigation by the FBI. So hold on real quick. So American political streamer, if you want to call him politics. Let's restructure this article because I hate the way some of these been. Born in America but raised in Turkey, rich-ass Nepo baby streamer.
There we go.
And commentary, Hasan Dickhead Piker, was barred from entering the UK after the Home Office revoked his electronic travel authorization. The government cited grounds for his presence may not be conducive to the public good. Yeah,
Finally.
along with him being banned was his uncle Chunky Yogurt for the same reasons. And of course, what was the first thing that both of them blamed? Israel. No, it couldn't be the fact that you glaze every terror group on the frickin' planet and have literally threatened sitting U.S. senators' lives. See, what he doesn't fail to realize is, yes, they invited him prior years to speak at, dumbass universities that'll listen to his retarded ass. But he didn't realize that at that time, they probably didn't know who the fuck he was. But now, thanks to all this media backlash and the fact that the U.S. government's investigating his ass now, the light's been shined on him, and all the videos they've watched of him, they probably went like, do we really want this dickhead here? Especially with the level of shit they're dealing with right now from their own stupidity. So, many sites are spinning it as they do. The reason most commonly and sensible is due to his repeated glazing of terrorists. The U.S. Treasury Department Office of Foreign Asset Control, OFAC, subpoenaed his sorry little ass regarding his participation in a March 2026 humanitarian aid trip to Cuba, where he and roughly 40 Americans are being investigated for potential violations of U.S. sanctions and travel embargo laws. Key detail to the investigation, the probe OPAC is investigating whether activists, including Piker and Code Peak co-founder Dumb Skinny Ugly Karen Bitch, because I won't say her name, broke the law regarding unlicensed travel-related transactions. The financing of the convoy and staying at hotels restricted. For those of y'all that want the sum up of this, it basically means the government of Cuba paid for your little excursion to glaze their asses, and now you're getting held accountable for it.
Yep.
People seem to also forget that this also now will open up the door to his lovely little trip a year ago, where he even was handed his little red book of Mao and glazed the CCP the whole time when he was over doing his Commie China tour. In other words, dumb fucked around and he about to find out. You wanted to be popular, now you are, motherfucker.
Hey,
and for those of you that don't know, his ass was not. He is not. He is an American in the sense that he is a prime example of anchor baby. His parents came over from Turkey. His mom pushed him out of her nasty little cooch, got their papers, and dragged his ass back to Turkey, where he grew up fat riding horses that could barely hold his weight, and his, rich ass fucking parents. And you listen to this asshole for more than 10 minutes, everything you realize comes out of his mouth is literally a self-projection of everything he loathes about himself. Like he calls all people of other areas of the world inbred, yet his own uncle Chunky Yogurt admitted that their grandparents, bunky from families. Yeah. And Smoke Elijah. Yeah, you're right. He's a dog-abusing piece of shit. He shocked his goddamn dog. Before. Yeah, he shocked his goddamn dog and then came up with, what was it? I think it's up to 40 fucking lies now other to what happened. I mean, how can you sit there and lie about it when the manufacturer of the collar even said, this is the exact model you showed on photo, and it's a Zap model.
Yeah. And Entity.
Yes, you are right, Entity. Yes, he did. He came back to the U.S. to go to college so he could avoid the mandatory military service in Turkey.
Which is only, 2 years or something?
Yeah.
It's not even all
what I
much.
love is all these fucking idiot women that glaze him and everything, and they're like, oh, he fights for all of us. And I'm like, bitches, you realize he was a fucking frat boy who had an entire literally, womanizing skit on the internet called, what was it, Bro something?
I don't know.
Bro Tips. Where he literally talked about how he'd bang a 14-year-old Miley Cyrus. He was wondering when she was going to turn 18, and literally said, old enough to count, old enough to mount.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, this piece of shit.
I didn't know that one.
Dude, I could show you there is so much shit on here that we can't show on YouTube because we're live right now. And even in a video, you'd have to edit a lot of it out.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking all-around piece of shit.
Turkey's service is 6 months. The mandatory service is only 6 months.
This is a commie LARPer. He couldn't do a day.
Well, he can't go back because until he turns 41, he's still eligible.
Yeah. Not like he would fucking go back. He goes back to visit for like a week and then leaves.
Hey, you know, I'm with Smoke here. Let's deport his ass back and see what happens then.
Yeah. All right. For our next story, I'm going to throw this all up here so people know who these people are. Another slop tuber drama that hit my feed that I found pretty interesting. So for those of people that don't know, this is Jesse Ridgway and his wife. He goes by the online, yes, he is a Champagne Socialist. You're right, entity. Mick Juggernuggets. Yeah, woohoo, great fucking name right there. This fucking wanker and his wife, so I'll just read how the synopsis broke it down because I'll get heated. I'm going to rant at the end. Popular YouTuber Jesse Ridgway, widely known as McJuggernuggets, and his wife, Ashley Ridgway, publicly shared that they terminated her pregnancy following a potential diagnosis of trisomy 21, which is the genetic genome to mean your child could potentially have Down syndrome. They were 21 weeks in.
Oh.
And of course, so here's where I'm going to go on how I said. And of course, a bunch of retards have come to their defense. The same people who attacked Sydney Sweeney for her genes and being evil and promoting eugenics are defending this vile couple who literally did fucking eugenics. So the diagnosis, the couple discovered the diagnosis on camera and in real time decided to open the results of the aminocentesis. The test confirmed that the fetus had trisomy 21. The rationale, in a detailed statement shared on their Instagram and X accounts, explained that their decision was not made lightly and described the experience as extremely traumatic for their family. They cried that several long-term medical complexities, associated with Down syndrome, highlighting the risks of possible heart defects, visual, yada, yada, yada. And then they literally went on this whole entire thing of, we're so grief-stricken, basically played the goddamn victim sympathy fucking card when they made the choice. So here's my rant. This is narcissistic and disgusting as that child, if they had Downs, because the test is not 100% that it will happen. It is just a preliminary precursor marker. Would have provided you two asshats with more light and joy that you could have ever fucking imagined or had any other way, as every Downs person who I personally have ever worked with, because me and my mother did the Special Olympics a lot, see the world with such love and joy. They don't hate anyone. They are some of the kindest, most loving people you'll ever fucking encounter in your life. So here's my note to you, Ridgways. Go fuck yourselves. You are proof of why your generation is a self-absorbed narcissistic fuckbags.
Well, and so I just had to look it up to check, right? Because 21 weeks is second trimester.
Yeah.
You're able to do testing specifically for Downs at week 10. Why did they wait till the second trimester? When the baby is, in essence, fully developed.
I look at it this way. I don't care what point it was. It's the simple fact that you're doing that because of that. That has nothing to do with you doing the best for the child. We're not talking about some life-threatening disease. We're talking about something that the people that have it live happy, wealthful lives. And if you talk to any of the parents that have these children, sure, they were terrified when they found out. Sure, they were scared like any parent would be. But would any of them have gone back after the life they lived raising their child? No, not a single fucking one of them. Except for maybe a few little assholes, but those are the fuckers that, are the same, fall into the same category of went out for milk and get cigarettes and never came back. They just used the kid as the excuse to do what they would have already done. Yeah, I watched that entity. I found it funny that he was supporting, and then he finally looked into it. It was like, oh, fuck this. Yeah, because Asmongold basically saw the same thing, them basically using it as a ploy for sympathy to themselves. Just like most streamers, they used a horrible thing that they did to garner sympathy for their horrible action. And that ends our slop recap of asshats of the last 2 weeks. Until we get into the Mormon Mafia near the end of the show.
Right.
All right, so out of all the shows that have come out, Spider Noir popped out.
Yes, it did.
I've had a chance to watch a few of the episodes. I'm loving it. Sadly, I did not get a chance to finish all of Spider Noir because I got sidetracked by another show that I epically binge watched in 2 days, which is Friends and Neighbors, which is actually really fucking good. It's with the guy from Mad Men. And Olivia Munn, half naked through some episodes. So, Spider Noir. I watched it in the black and white because, let's face it, you're watching a noir. Why the fuck would you watch the color version? I got to episode 5 and I'm loving the hell out of it.
Not me, that's totally watching the color version.
I haven't even had a chance to crack it yet. Been so damn busy.
It's Nicolas Cage not being Nicolas Cage, so it's Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Hey,
acting.
that was the first thing that I said. I was like, hey, I'm like a day one hater of Nicolas Cage most time. He's doing a good job. It's a fun time.
Well, like I said, Nicolas Cage is great when he has a great director. He only does Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage when he has somebody that doesn't know how to wrangle him, control the OCD and the ADHD, and harness it. When he does fucking phenomenal work. Like we were talking about, the movie that made him famous, the Vegas movie, is prime example of Nicolas Cage not, being led under good control. The movie Pig, Spider Noir. Like, the guy can do it when he has the right things around him. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, ladies and gentlemen, give it a chance. Watch it in the black and white. Unlike some here. All right, for our next one, since we've had some somber news, some assholes, we're going to hop right into our For the Lulz segment and get some laughing done. All right. So these are going to start a little... Most of these are going to be pretty hard this time. And then they're just going to get harder. Just because that's what my feed gave me this week. So let me get over here. This one I had to edit it out because I... Huh?
So I threw you a couple of them too.
Yeah, this one I had to edit out because you'll understand the minute you see it because it actually had the full picture and YouTube would not like that. So YouTube AI, this is already edited out. It's fuzzed out, you stupid fuck.
It's AI.
It's all fun and games until you realize it's not his finger on your lip.
Oh, no.
Yummy.
No, ma'am, we do not serve lobster, but some of our employees have crabs, though. The alien that is supposed to be giving me an anal probe watching me finish a bag of Taco Bell and a 6-pack of malt liquor. This motherfucker. That moment you get zapped by a lightning bolt in Mario Kart.
Good one.
Dink, 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 dink. Ding, 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 ding.
Star Wars: The Younglings is a joke from the dark side called Dark Joke.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Maximus Diabeticus Triglyceritis. Girls shaped like this talk the most shit.
Facts.
Did you get stuck non-delivering a fucking bridge?
Nice.
The edibles ain't shit 20 minutes later. Me farting in front of my Jewish girlfriend saying a little gas never killed anyone.
Oh, there's the
dude.
hard-hitting one.
Oh,
There
I
we
told
are.
you.
With
There we
Dexter
are.
in it also.
Oh,
Prison is perfect for liberals. Everyone is equal. Free food and housing, no guns, universal health care, and same-sex relationships.
Yep. There you go.
that's hilarious. So true, but hilarious.
And the last one, Jiffy Lube. Are we still using tranny fluid or is it gender-neutral shift juice now?
Oh,
And that's our For the Lulls.
Those were good. Those were good.
As I'm dying over here. Give me a sec.
Yeah, those were pretty funny.
so what happens whenever you take it too deep?
No, it's goddamn drainage. Woo.
The alien
So sure,
said,
what
"I
we were
don't
talking
care
about
if it's
yesterday,
Taco Bell."
did you get a chance to deep dive into it?
Which one? Too many things.
That would be this one that I'm about to share. Some news from CIG.
I did not get into CIG. Then, oh no, I didn't get into. I could not find anything broad about this. So
Okay.
it's floated under the radar.
All right, so we're going to watch a little bit of this video just to kind of go into it. But apparently this happened on the Spectrum forum on CIG.
Okay, so this is I guess the follow-up to what I said in my previous video about bringing up men's mental health, and I hope you guys did watch that video. It's probably the most important video I've ever posted, to be honest with you, because there needs to be awareness of it, and it is something I am definitely 100% very passionate about for the things I've stated in that video. And it's not just June that I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about it all the time. That being said, the stuff that's going on with me and CIG, and not just me, actually. What honestly,
Yeah, so it isn't just
thankfully,
him.
I'm glad I'm not alone. But as you can see, probably on the post to my screen, it'll be to the left of me on the screen. I got banned.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that has a big monitor. You're like, where did I put the fucking window in relation to the people watching this shit?
From
Okay.
Spectrum.
Then you mix up your left and right.
For trying to acknowledge Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. They made a post about Pride Month. Again, not trying to diminish Pride Month at all. Not trying to diminish Pride Month at all. Not trying to say,
Okay, I have to interject on this one for a second. What he is about to say, everybody take it as a grain of salt, because his original post was stricken down. Nobody has a copy of it. Nobody knows what his original thing that caused all this actually said or how it was worded. And as we've talked about in this show, words mean everything, especially when you're dealing with who probably banned him, probably has purple hair, a septum ring, and is either from Cali or fucking Austin.
And it's all based on their perception. It doesn't matter if you say
Exactly.
the words, the correct words. They can be
Yeah.
like, I interpreted that as, even though
what
no
I
same
do-
person would.
Yeah, what I do acknowledge about the situation that bothers me the most is that he's not the only person it's happened to. And then when he did get a response, the vagueness of it and the sheer just copy-paste of it. So we're not going to watch the whole video because, it's like, how long is this? It's about 30. I will have the whole
Like,
video
fuck
in, of
Pride
course, the
Month or anything.
description
I'm not
links,
saying that,
shortly
'cause
after the show. So you want to
that
check
also
more of it
does
and go
deserve
into it.
awareness, and its support. It does, especially nowadays. But I also wanted to bring to light that June is also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I wish I could show you the replies, but they got deleted so fast that
That's the interesting that blows me on my mind about this. How fast it all got strucken down and this all hit him. It's like,
Is this
they
like
were
the
already
span of,
looking
like-
for specific words. No, this is within seconds of it being
Oh.
up. Yeah. Like he literally had it up and 2 minutes later he was watching the replies get delete, and then the whole post, boom, gone. And then he got banned from Spectrum.
Dang.
Not for playing the game or anything, but from the Spectrum forum.
From the forum.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a chance to screenshot them.
Oh, tidbit a little to catch up on something else for you too. There's a rumor going around about a $5,000 account that was banned from the game, that the person is a streamer and that they were apparently they were reporting a bug. Update on that. They're a duping fucking piece of shit. They were banned, literally CIG, what's his name, Fusion, I think, or something like that. One of the main CIG guys that's always on Spectrum. Literally responded with, we don't ever release why bans were happened, but the nature of this account and what has been said, here's the following. And basically broke down this person's been duping this person. This is a myriad of shit that they have caught this person doing. And then they finally said, but we agree how the ban was quickly done. You are unbanned, but consider this your final fucking warning. We have been watching your ass. And to lead up to that now, big CIG news, if people aren't aware, you can now not only send money in-game to a friend no more than $1 million at a time, you can only do it 5 times within a certain period. And then you cannot give any more money. That they are going big time on stopping the duping and people that are selling the currency online. Which I'm sort of for it, but not. I don't like how they're doing it. They're going too aggressive about it. But you got to do what you got to do because you're meant to play the game, not be a cheating bitch.
Yeah, but also, I mean, it's still an alpha, so whatever people are doing, these dupes, it's just they should be on that and be like, okay, let's fix that shit.
Well, they have, but they're finding
That's probably
new.
the
They're
other side
finding
of the coin.
Yeah, they're finding more and more ways to do it and ways to skate around it. So back to this.
I posted 3. I did a response to their Pride Month post on Spectrum. That got deleted. I posted a response thread to that post. That got deleted, like a whole separate thread. And then I put another comment on that, trying to get the word out. And to be honest with you, the third post was pretty passive aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry.
I kind of don't believe that just by his body language.
It was all aggressive, not passive.
Well, no, I think he went bam, bam, bam with these 3 fucking posts, and they're already like, dude, we deleted you once, now we've done it 4 times. How many times you got to touch the fire, baby, before baby learn? I think he poked the fucking bear, basically.
Yeah, but I'm still questioning
Rather than just
why.
going into concierge and sending a private message to the concierge team and be like, hey, here's what happened. Could someone please give me some clarity if something was said was wrong or if this is not allowed? Because I've gotten no clarity of why my original post was taken down. Because then it's not public, and they could tell you, and then you could go back and maybe if they say they're not against it, but please watch this language, then you could go. But it sounds more like to me he went, you delete my first one, so I'm just going to repeat the same thing with a little bit different wording here. You delete it. Now I'm going to go here. You delete it. Now I'm going to go here. You delete it.
This sounds weird.
Yeah.
Entity, actually, all of those should be back.
Yeah, you
There
should
was
have
a
them
lot
back.
of bricked issues. Some people couldn't even get in. Some people, it looked like they were banned and they weren't.
That's right.
I was
Even
missing
you were
a few
having
of
some
mine,
issues
but
with ships.
oh yeah, I was missing a few of mine, but now everything's back. That was the hot fix that they just dropped. What was it yesterday? Entity 4.8.1 fixed all of the login and the ship issues. Now I think they're just tweaking other stuff. But yeah, it gets annoying, and I can understand why you'd stop playing. And honestly, for sometimes when they release a patch, it's this buggy, kind of like 3.18. It's better to just sit it out and wait till another bigger patch drops, or at least they get 2 or 3 hot fixes in. But definitely, if you lost anything you paid for, customer support right now is not going to be very helpful because you got to get the right person. And if those departments are big trying to get a hot fix or a patch out, you'll probably hear from them long after it's fixed. And that's the sad part.
Well, and don't forget that this last big update was a full wipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to go in. Basically, he talks about like issues and the forum patches. The thing I did like was he brings up and he fuzzes it out because you don't want to show someone else's face without their permission. So
Andra made a post about it
this is a good reply, what she
on
says.
here. What did she did a very wholesome video on this too.
Want to be an ally.
Here.
No, don't get me wrong. I love that you guys want to be an ally. But there's a correct way and an incorrect way to do this. Your backer base is made up predominantly of men. You would not have hit $1 billion in funding if it wasn't for said men. I don't know, CIG. The fact that you're banning people for even mentioning men's mental health is a little bit too dramatic. Like, just saying. No, don't get me wrong.
So I'm probably gonna.
So yeah, I will post his full video on there. If what he is saying is exactly how things unfolded, it is not right, and I don't agree with it at all. My point when I brought this up to Shark and we were discussing it yesterday is, why can't you do both? Men's health, pride, same time, considering that one of the largest portions of the pride community is gay men. And they suffer the most a lot through mental health issues too. So, the people that always say they want equity and diversity only want it their way. Got news for you. You got to accept all or none. There's no fucking in the middle.
Yeah, I want to respond to Entity here. So you're talking about putting AI turrets in, but the idea behind the entire thing of Star Citizen is getting people to play and be a community, not to just have you go and run entire systems as yourself. That's not me trying to like poo-poo anyone's gameplay, but it's just not the style the developers are going.
So no, you're actually wrong on that.
I was gonna say they do have.
So they are actually creating NPC blades that you will be able to rent a crew for your ship, and they will man the turrets and any vital systems that you don't have a physical person to run.
But it's not.
So they are thinking that there are sometimes people may not be able to get all their friends, or when you get these ships that need, like the Odin, 250 fucking people to man everything. There's no way you're going to be able to do it. So for right now, yes, there is an issue with that, and I do feel you, Entity, because we even had some ships that with our core group of friends that play, we're still not able to man everything on them, especially with all of the systems they've implemented in. A quick workaround that is jack an NPC ship and all of their guys will fire for you. I know a few people that have fully manned hammerheads in their hangars right now. The minute they load on, there's an NPC sitting in every turret going, firing at everything that's an enemy. So there are ways around it. But yeah, they are spinning too many big ships without having the blades and the NPC stuff to some level figured out. Like, I think they should at least have it right now that if you have a ship that has 4 or more turrets, you should be able to either NPC at least 2 of those or at least slave 2 of them to the pilot. That's the workaround I can see, is slave them to the pilot or the co-pilot. So then, yeah, you're dealing with, instead of an 8-man crew you can do it with 3 or 2. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I do feel you. The AI turrets don't have to be, well, they do technically have AI turrets on all the big ships already. The point defense weapons fire on their own now. Doesn't really do much right now, considering that missiles aren't working for shit to begin with, so they don't have nothing to fire on. But that's another thing for another day.
One of my favorite ships, we call it the floating dildo, but it's a gunship and it has like a ton of missiles. Can't use any of them.
Yep. So that is the latest for CIG right now. As more develops and everything, we'll probably talk about it in the next show. I'm still talking to 2 other creators, and along with Dig, to see if maybe we can get a predominantly Star Citizen episode, maybe in a midweek. Like on a Saturday, we're not doing the actual Dark Rose show, like this show. We'll see how it goes. There's a lot coming down the pipe, a lot of fixes that are happening, a lot of bugs that are getting fixed and patched.
Hopefully we have a working ironclad.
That actually, for the most part, I think has been fixed. There are a lot of people that are flying theirs right now and not having issues.
We'll have to pull
I think that was one of their big priority. I'm laughing at all the idiots in the forum. They're like, I don't care, I already mounted mine. And then the guy's like, well, I'm flying mine, it's working great. And then they're like, well, shit. It's like, yeah, dumbass, why didn't you at least wait a week? You know, when they release something that big and people are playing with it and that many videos are out there and it's not working right, that's going to be a priority fix. So, being the first episode of the month, going to give a shout out to our roaster of the month. All right, so our roaster of the month for this month is Perk Coffee. Perk Coffee is a really cool little company. They started out on very modest roots, and their entire mission is just good times and awesome coffee. I have seen these guys get a hold of some roast, like some beans that are everybody else is selling at a premium price, like $35 a bag, and they'll sell it for 20 to 22 just to recoup their loss and make no profit off of it, because they just want people to experience badass good coffee. They have a few locations that are kind of like the Nexus hubs in the locations they're at, where everybody comes and hangs out and baristas learn. So they have several locations, mainly through Georgia. They're in Chastain, Tucker, Vahi, Grant Park, East Lake, and the original store location that you see in the photos here is in Savannah. So if you're in the Georgia area and you haven't checked out Perk, go check them out. If you want to try them, just like everybody else, you click the little shop button and bam, there you are.
Fun.
And as you can see, like, they have every little price point, starting from, you're basically paying, you know, $1 a gram. Well, more than $1. It'd be less than $1 a gram. So the average bags are 250 grams. So, sorry, I don't math well. They even have, if you love cold brew, you can buy, 24 packs of ready-to-go cold brews that are not only cold brew, but they are, instead of using CO2 in the canning process, they use nitrogen. So it's smooth, no carbonation. Just a really cool company. I've ordered a few things from them. I've tried this one, their old school espresso. The most recent one I got from them is the Diego Bermudez, which is a bean from El Paraiso Farms, which I've talked about quite a bit on here because I love the varietal that he calls after his sister, called the Letty Bermudez. And the next one, I think I just ordered, where is it? I ordered this one, the coffee from Ecuador. Yeah, Ecuador is kind of a country that the beans they're producing is getting a lot of attention pretty fast. So that's our coffee roaster of the month. Again, I'll have the link to their storefront and everything on the stream once the show, maybe once the show's over, maybe a little after. It all just depends. Sometimes it takes me a tiny bit of time. Let me adjust this here.
Hey, real quick, did our Rumble stream stop?
No, it's still showing that it's broadcasting. It might be delayed just because Rumble does that to everybody.
They've got like a 30-second delay.
Well, it's not only a 30-second delay. They put priority to all the people that give them a lot of views, like the douchening, but they don't do it for everybody else. Basically, if you're pimping their shitty coffee, you'll get a good stream. 1887 coffee. Yeah, it tastes like it came out of somebody's asshole from 1887. Over roasted shit.
So wait, doesn't it make it a Kopi Luwak then?
No, Kopi Luwak actually gets rid of the acidity. And that's a meerkat.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd trust someone more comes out of a meerkat's ass than a person's. They eat healthier than we do.
Right.
All right, so for a little bit of local news right now, it's already over for the day, but E-Bike, the airsoft shop, just had their Airsoft Palooza in Houston, Texas at High Grounds Airsoft. And oddly enough, not a lot of videos or anything have popped up about it more than I thought there would be.
From what I've been hearing in the airsoft community, like, nobody went.
Well, there's pretty good shot in this. This was from Random Guy Kev.
Which I do like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So he was
Kevin's
out there.
awesome.
US Airsoft was out there. But you can already see kind of the way they did the structure was better than the years we went. And then when he shows the gameplay area, they actually did covered tents with swap coolers for everybody to stage at.
Well, and last year the AC wasn't working in the building, and so everybody was dying.
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't that the AC wasn't working.
Couldn't
They
keep
had to
up.
turn it off because the fire marshal had not come to reinspect.
Ah.
Yeah. Let me turn this up.
There's definitely a lot less people than last time.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, last time you got to remember was the first time they held it, and it was on the first major event at that field in that store.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even from what you're showing here, from what I saw last
This-
year,
this is like-
significantly less.
Yeah.
We're talking like a third. Or
I
less.
just know a lot of local vendors that would normally be going there have specifically said they're not going there.
Yeah.
I won't name any of them.
Well, it
But-
comes down to the first year they did it. They didn't have enough of. They didn't. They couldn't fit everybody that they gave a Game Pass to play to.
Yep.
So give me a second here. I'm trying to bring up info I have for the next thing we're going to talk about. Okay. So our next news is kind of some somber, sad news. A little while ago, we talked about and watched a video discussing the next Stargate show at Amazon. Well, it's been scrapped. It's been scrapped after a 20-week writer's room.
Ugh.
So several veteran Stargate people have disputed the reasons, is kind of what this article goes into. And it links to the Variety article, which I will add this link in the descriptions afterwards. I don't ever go to Variety's website because it's literally malware USA. You go through 10,000 pop-ups and then it finally asks, do you want to join us? Just to read their shit half the time. So this is the interesting thing about when I'm going to read into what happened. But to start, Michael Shanks, who played Daniel Jackson, hardly ever is on Twitter. His socials, it's like once in a blue moon he'll put something up. He has been relentlessly nonstop since this information happened, which tells me that he was probably very well involved in this. And he's pretty much telling everybody, now is the time to say something. If you wanted the show with original cast, with the original showrunners, with the original writers, basically blow up Amazon, socials and let them know you're not fucking happy about this. So I'm going to read this right here. Amazon has officially scrapped its planned Stargate Revival series after evaluating the project's creative direction, despite the series having already completed a 20-week writer's room and entering pre-production in the UK. According to reports from Variety and other things, the cancellation boiled down to a fundamental disagreement over the target audience and broad marketability. Amazon executives ultimately lacked confidence in the vision, expressing deep concern that the series would not have broad appeal. AKA, we already know what that means with Amazon, thanks to their Lord of the Rings debacle, which is, it's not for, I'm going to do a critical drinker expression, modern audience. How's that been working out for you, Hollywood? Everything modern audience you've written and done has lost money, failed, and been epic shit. Maybe you need to realize your modern audience doesn't fucking exist. And even if they do, unless you put it on TikTok, they don't give a shit to watch it. Because their little 10-second rotted brains can't handle it. The creative clash. The project was spearheaded by writer and showrunner Martin Garrow, a veteran writer from Stargate SG-1 and Atlantis, alongside with consulting producers Brad Wright and Joe Malozzi, a.k.a. the guys that started the whole goddamn thing. Because the creative team was heavily composed of original franchise architects, their pitch heavily honored existing lore and mythology. Amazon, looking for a massive 4-quadrant blockbuster hit to maximize its MGM acquisition, felt the script was too catered to die-hard fans rather than trying to get a new audience. So, fuck you 40 million people that kept 3 different shows alive and have been dying for 15 years for something new. We want to go after the Zennial-tards.
In other words,
who have no fucking money to spend.
I was about to say, do they not realize that Zillennials and Gen Z, they don't have the money yet?
No, these are the same idiots that want Gladriel and Sauron to fuck. Yeah.
But this is the thing. Because the writers were saying, hey, this is the lore, this is the way it works, and it probably wasn't catering to the, how can I put this, the modern, everything, the way everything's going currently. You know,
yeah, the non-nuclear family.
Correct. You know, it wasn't catering to that, so they're like, no, we don't want it.
Yep. So the timeline, the show was quietly in development for nearly 2 years before receiving an official series order from Amazon MGM. Then suddenly the cancellation happened in June of 2026. So here's the weird part. The new head greenlit it. Then his second in command from so he left Netflix, came to Amazon, he greenlit it. Then his second in command from Netflix leaves Netflix, comes to fucking Amazon, and he's the idiot that kills it. Yeah.
You would think that if the dude above you said yes, the guy right below you couldn't then go say no.
Yeah, so here's the worst part about this. So, in summary, we're not going to make it because it would have honored what all the fans fucking wanted and not throw in all our new audience marketing bullshit and fuck up the canon. Here's the worst part about the story. The franchise is not entirely dead. Amazon explicitly noted that they still intend to develop the Stargate IP in some capacity. However, they indicate that the studio is now looking to hire a showrunner with no previous history in the franchise. Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, that's how you get Mandalorian and Grogu. Like, straight up.
You would think that by seeing how much of the audience that is watching, you know, the Lord of the Rings stuff and how poorly that's doing, that you know, they take a freaking hit.
Disparu put it in his video, and I'm going to link his video in our description just because it's a brilliant synopsis of probably the real situation of why this kind of broke down the way it did. You can't make Stargate nowadays because it doesn't fit any narrative they want to spin.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
It is a pro-military show with love for America. America is saving the entire fucking world. And most of your bad guys are made up of a diverse cast, and if you're going to have diversity nowadays, they can't be the villain.
Yeah, isn't it all based out of Cheyenne Mountain?
Yeah. Stargate Command is in Cheyenne Mountain.
And
so yeah, if we get it, it's going to be some butchered ass piece of shit, but done by assholes who probably hate the original, and it's going to just fuck everything up and kill the entire IP.
It's going to be like Halo.
Worse.
Yeah.
Halo at least had some redeeming quality in the fact that it looked good, and the weapons were accurate, and some of the lore when it came to the fall of Reach and everything like that were pretty accurate. It was him taking off his helmet and fucking a human linked to the bad guys that never existed in the games that fucked it all up.
Oh, and the fact that they made it to where they disobeyed Halsey, which did not fucking happen.
No, they couldn't.
They were programmed not to be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally they would go against everybody else regardless of what they were saying. If Halsey said, yeah,
Halsey's God.
Yeah, that show is such a disappointment, and it looks so fucking good. That's why it made it even worse.
Like, I tried to go back and rewatch it just to be like, look at the cinematography, but then I stopped because of how bad the actual content is.
Like, in all honesty, if they wanted to take his helmet off, they should have done it once when he's alone. And it would have been even more pertinent that he looks in the mirror at himself, and then that flashback that he has happens and fucks with his head a little bit, and then he puts it back on and never takes it off again. Because then it would have given you that glimpse of that
And
there
he never
is humanity
shows
even
anyone.
past all the programming. So, but no, they fucked that pooch up. Speaking of fuckery, we're going to get to our major topic of the night, the Lego Cartel. So in the last couple of days, Reckless Ben released several videos about a situation of a stolen Lego collection. And as this has unfolded, it is like layers upon layers of levels of fuckery on Ben not doing shit right, Bricks and Minifigs covering up a bunch of shit, the previous store owners having some shady shit on their side and their story not lining up, but them also getting fucked out of their store in a way that shouldn't have happened, down to the collection is not worth as much as been put on the video, to people getting arrested, to a police department being weaponized, to a CEO proving that he's an evil, ugly douchebag, to a ton of money and a bunch of people sucking down the LDS, and the LDS basically using, their thumb of their golden tablet god to basically use a police department who's all members of the LDS weaponizing against a YouTuber.
Oh, the judge.
It has gone fucked in so many directions and so many mistakes made by so many people. But it all comes down to little guy getting fucked over by a big company. And now big company is eating crow and losing everything. To the point that the latest news is multiple franchisees are wanting to cancel their franchise agreement, which I think they have a right to, because most of those agreements have an ethics clause, and that ethics clause not only works on the franchisee, but the franchisor. So, on top of that, the company that makes custom Legos, to where you basically make a Lego of yourself, had a sole agreement to work. Basically, all their shit was to be shipped and sold only through Bricks and Minifigs, told publicly, no mas. We cannot in good faith deal with you fuckers anymore. So they are losing shit left and right. So Shark's going to bring up the first video that Reckless Ben put up. We aren't going to put the audio on it. We're just going to have it playing in the background. I have kind of a summary of the breakdown right here. All right, so many facts in this case still remain disputed. The timeline here that I'm going to go through kind of broadly shows reported events from allegations and legal claims. None of these have been adjudicated in the court or verified. Some have come out because the parties that accused have recanted, and some have come out in the fact that the CEOs and all these people themselves had pretty much backed off and are eating crow and trying to save a reputation that they epically fucked. Entity, I have not had Legos in years, so the last Lego I remember was taking care of a friend's kid and stepping on one of those fuckers in the dark, which is, in my opinion, the most painful experience you can go through. And considering I've gone through a car wreck, radiation, and multiple surgeries, yeah, the Lego still hurt worse. And I think it's mainly because you don't know what's happening. It's just that, oh, what the fuck? And then it just like leaves the indentation in the bottom of your foot and you're trying to walk. And your foot's still registering, hey, it's still there. And it's not the, yeah, well.
Yeah, and then you hit your head on the fucking TV or some shit.
Right.
All right, so I got a few synopses. I'm going to kind of run through some of them. I kind of compiled many different things. So we start in 2023. The consignment agreement between Brian Menzel, who's the gentleman in glasses in the video, and his father, Eric Menzel, reportedly placed what was at that time considered the largest Star Wars Lego collection in the world, because they did actually have a Guinness Book of World Records for the collection. Put it on consignment at a Bricks and Minifigs franchise in Salem/Kaiser, Oregon. The collection was roughly around 780 sets and 1,200 minifigs, with the estimated value being between $100,000 to $200,000, give or take the market. And of course, it's a buyer's market. Now, Ben's videos has always said it's $200,000. That is it's more likely closer to the $100,000 mark, because at the time of all of this fuckery starting, roughly about $58,000 had already been sold. So they didn't steal the whole collection, they stole a good portion of it. And I don't care to say allegedly, because they've already admitted it. So the Salem franchise changed its ownership in November of 2024 after a corporate intervention and repossession of the location. Now, in the description, I'm going to place all of Ben's videos. I'm going to place Scott Schaefer's video. I'm going to post any of the videos we're showing here. I'm also going to put the video of the original owners and their story. There's a lot about the original owners that is off. Their story to me always seemed a little off. The history of who they are also raises a lot of red flags. The husband, so the wife ran the store and was partnered with her husband. They wanted to get rid of the store, or they wanted to drop their franchise or sell the franchise because they wanted to move abroad. The reasoning behind them wanting to move abroad is because the husband's business he is a book publication company who solely publicates manuals for Antifa. Yeah.
Seriously?
In fact, all his videos, he's got a photo behind him of a printing machine saying, "This is how you kill fascists." Yeah, one of those.
So a domestic terrorist then?
That
Yeah. According to the Mansell family and former franchise operators, most of the consigned collection remained in the store. In fact, the surveillance footage of when they were basically forced out of their store, it's all in the background. Because all of his boxes had a yellow sticker on them to signify that they were part of that collection. So when they were sold, they knew which ones to write down. We sold this for this. 35 or 30% goes to the store, and the rest goes to Mansell. Here's the question I had about this. If you are a franchisee and you lose your franchise, the franchisor has to go through a certain level of steps, and even when they finalize and get the legality of those steps ended, there is what is known as a, not really a grace period, but there's a period of waiting that they have to do to give the franchisee a chance to either reconcile, pay off debts, consolidate things, or in most cases, since the store is in their name and the lease is in their name, not the company, most of the time the companies can come in and say, a lot of times when situations like this happen, they will lose the right to use that name, not the store. Basically, you can't call Bricks and Minifigs anymore. Or they have time frame to transfer ownership of all entities and get all their personal property and everything out. This guy came in, according to the story and what we're seeing, walks in, "I'm the new owner," throws his keys and the contracts on the table and says, "You need to get the fuck out or I'm calling the police." That's not how that works. He does not have any legal right to force them out of their property.
Yeah. This is video from
And that's this asshole right here in the hat.
Yep.
Who we'll get to later on.
So he's trying to do a whole hostile takeover type deal.
He did, and they bought it because they're dumbasses. He even says, "I will call the police." I would have literally said, "Call the police, motherfucker. My name's on the lease." Because if they are legitimate police officers and not corrupt, they're going to ask, "Whose name is on the lease?" "Mine is, not his. Sir, get the fuck out."
Yep.
Yeah, that's shit that you deal with in fucking claims court.
Yeah. The only person that can remove you from a property like that is if a court order has already been executed and it has to be served and administered by an officer of the court.
Yep.
Normally with several police officers. And then they will also have the new franchisee, and even then, the police will literally walk around with you and allow you to take out all of your personal effects, including financial documentation, because that is still your property. And then they will watch the new guy change the locks. Yeah. So this whole thing of how they lost it and why they gave it up without a fight is sus as fuck. All right, so basically, according to the Mansell family, the former franchise operators had the consign of a lot of the collection left. Bricks and Minifigs later argues that any consignment agreement between the Mansells and the former franchise owner, not corporate headquarters, which that's not how that works. In late 2024 into 2025, they did a recovery dispute. Again, they were shot down. Bricks and Minifigs disputes that they never stole a collection. In fact, for a lot of times, they say they never fucking had it. In fact, the new guy, the guy in the white hat, literally told Mansell when he called him, "I don't have your shit, and even if I did, try and sue me, I'll run this out in court and you'll lose fucking everything." Basically, he tried to extort him. That's extortion. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
The douche they're showing now is Amon. He is the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs. And yes, he does have that 1920s villain Tayu on the railroad tracks mustache. You get off. Not time for the zoomies, goddammit. And not on my keyboard. All right. So let's go back into this. It's sad these cops are not helping. Yeah, we're going to get into that. That's the biggest fuckery out of this whole thing that I saw. In fact, several former officer channels have reacted, and none of them had anything nice to say about that fucking police department. All of them said the same thing. What the fuck are you doing? All right, so let's see here. Early 2025, Mansell reaches out to Reckless Ben, and Reckless Ben starts investigating it. He travels to Oregon, interviews participants, visits store, and publicizes videos documenting the family's claim. The story begins to gain traction online. 2026 viral activism campaign. Ben launches public pressure campaigns aimed at Bricks and Minifigs and individual connections to the dispute. Videos start showing protests, parodying the branding, multiple confrontations, attempts to draw attention. Critics argue that some of his tactics crossed ethical lines. Supporters view them as investigative activism, exposing wrongdoing. So it is a 50-50. He did do some things that do cross lines, but at the same time, if you believe and you see a lot of the resistance he was getting, there really wasn't much of an option. It was one of those that you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. They Bricks and Minifigs and the two assholes that own that store really kind of pushed it over the line, and Ben just said, fine, you want to go over the line? The line's destroyed, let's go on. So May, the story finally explodes online. Ben publishes, I tracked down the thief that stole $200,000 of Legos, which is the video that's playing right now. The dispute spreads across YouTube, Reddit, TikTok, and Lego. At the time that Ben started this, he had, I think, almost about to cap the 700K. He was either at 400 or 700K followers. Now, he literally has like a mil too.
Right there.
Yeah, Rumble is down. We are sorry. Rumble's fucking sucks. And we're probably not going to broadcast to it anymore. So, kicking YouTube, you get to enjoy the rest of this. Rumble, fix your fucking shit. It sucks dick.
That or they cut our stream.
Yeah.
They don't cut streams. They just fucking suck. I know bigger streamers that all the time when they're trying to multi-stream, Rumble's the first one to either freeze, die, or just completely shut down.
So
yeah,
Reckless Ben had
43.
420K right there.
Yeah, 420K, and now he's at 1.2.
Yeah.
So basically, millions of people become aware of the controversy and starts virally spreading. Corporate then responds. Bricks and Minifigs issues public statements denying corporate theft. The company argues it was not party to the original consignment agreement. It disputes involvement with the former franchise owner. No court has found the company guilty of any wrongdoings. Then critics start pointing out to changes in corporate statements regarding whether any of the collection was found or in their possession and after repossession. So basically, their story's been lying. All of the from the CEO to their head of IT, the guy that called the lady. So there is an audio in one of the videos of the original franchise owner talking to a member of corporate. And the member of corporate literally denies everything and literally threatens them, and then has the audacity to say, well, it's not a threat, but it really is. About if you try to sue us or go after us, it'll hurt you and we'll just financially cripple you. And literally the guy's like, well, why didn't you call us and talk to us about this? He goes, well, we talked to your wife. We talked to Crystal. I think her name's Crystal. And he said, did you talk with her or at her? And the guy literally says, at her. Yeah, so that's corporate Bricks and Minifigs right there. Fucktards. So legal escalation. BAM Franchises files a lawsuit in June against Ben and the other people involved. They basically include trademark misuse, interference with business operations, and other claims connected to his campaign. Of course, the people on Ben's side criticize it. In June, arrests and service attempts. Ben attempts to serve legal documents to parties involved in the dispute. He is arrested during one of the encounters outside of residency. Here's the fucked up part about that. in Utah, to be a process server, all you have to do is be over the age of 18, and you cannot be a member of the party, either party involved in the suit or the suit that's about to happen, and you cannot be a member of any lawyer's office associated with the filing of either said ends of the claim. So he gets someone he doesn't know, a girl, tells her the situation, said, I'd like to hire you to serve these papers, which you can do in Utah. They are in the car outside of Joshua Wanktard Johnson's house, and she goes up the door. He won't answer. He won't take it. He calls the police saying, I feel threatened. They're threatening me. Yeah, I'm a little bitch. And the police believe his story. They go up to Ben's car. Ben tells them, and these are the unredacted videos that have come out. Ben literally tells them, hey, I have papers here. I have to talk to him to serve. Before I can serve this, I have to attempt a good faith argument. I have to give them the chance to make it right. And then if they say, fuck you, I have to serve the papers. That's what she's here to do. I have not walked back to his house since the other day, confirming it was his house. Police officer's like, okay, let me see what's going on. Goes and talks to Joshua Fucktard. Fucktard repeats, the papers are bogus, it's bullshit, it's not real, yada, yada, yada. My kids can't sleep, they've been harassing me, blah, 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 blah. Cry victim, cry victim, cry victim. It's all bullshit, the papers are fake. Police officer goes to his car, calls the court that's issued those papers. They literally tell him, yes, this is a real case. Those are real papers pending to be served. What does the cop do? Walks over to Ben, verifies with Ben that, yes, these are real. I found out they're real. Would you like me to serve him? Yes, please. Officer walks back to Fucktard. Fucktard cries and bitches. Police officer literally says, well, if these aren't real and everything, well, then why don't you just let them serve you? Instantly, Fucktard goes from me, big brawny wine victim to, oh, no, I can't touch him. Police officer walks back to Ben and says he doesn't want to take him. Bitch, you could have just walked up and said, I know you're Joshua Johnson. Throw him at his feet. Serve, motherfucker, and all this would have been over with.
Seriously. That's the whole reason behind having a police officer or, someone of the court do that, because they can just literally be like, hey, you're the dude. You can't say, no, you're not served. You can't just be like, no, reverse uno. No, you, dog.
All right, so then... This is the timeline. It's kind of the way they edited something. It's hard to tell. But shortly after this, Ben gets pulled over. He gets pulled over. I think he got arrested They arrested him for trespassing. So the cop that decided not to serve arrests him for trespassing. He gets released. They decide to put up a sign across from the guy's house, basically with him with money saying, I steal from old people who are dying. On public property, they did this. So they are not on his house. They're across the street. They're on public land. Police show back up. He gets in trouble again. Him and his friend are driving down the street. They stop at a stop sign. Then they turn. Police officer pulls him over. Tells him he ran the stop sign, which the unredacted video clearly shows him coming to a full stop and then turning. Then he looks right in the back seat where Ben's sitting and he goes, are you Ben? How you liking Utah? Yeah. So we'll get into even more fuckery with them. So he's arrested during one of the encounters outside the residence. Newly released body cam footage shows Bricks and Minifigs CEO Ammon McNeff and franchisor Joshua Johnson accusing Ben of stalking. Basically, the CEO is literally instructing these officers, he needs to be arrested. He needs to be arrested. We need to set a precedence. Basically, this douchebag right there, over the phone, basically whipping the LDS whip. Bitches do my bidding. And by the way, all these officers, including both of these franchisees, this Ben guy, the other guy, and the Joshua Johnson douchey, all went to the same LDS college. are all members of the LDS. So that's where the Mormon conspiracy comes into all of this. So the collection was legally consigned. This is another thing. Bricks and Minifigs have been saying from day one, franchisees are not allowed to do consignments under the new contracts. The contract that the husband and wife that owned it signed, which they gave to Ben and he has put online, literally states that owners are at their own discretion to do consignments. The contract that Mansell had signed with them for the consignment not only stated that even though the items are in the store, they remain his property at which any time he can come in and receive them. It even said in that contract that the franchisee agrees that even if the franchise or store was to change ownership, this contract carries over at the discretion of Mansell. Ooh. You're not getting out. You're just going to run out and you want back in, damn it.
No.
God. Give her a chair so she's close to me, and now she wants even more goddamn attention. I love my cat, but Jesus Christ, come on. Half the time you go to sleep.
This is a
You do it
wild
for
story.
90% of the time anyway. So yeah, major disputes whether a franchisee can be held responsible for property involved in another franchisee's location or operation. So there's a lot of questions, and a lot of people have been arguing that. When it comes down to, let me see here. So the core questions remain unsolved. How much of the Mansell collection was still present when the store changed hands? Who legally owned or controlled those sets after the transition? Is Bricks and Minifigs Corporate liable for any missing inventory? Did Reckless Ben's tactics cross any legal boundaries? And will pending lawsuits establish responsibility for the collection? So one of those has been answered. Bricks and Minifigs has basically given up. They basically... Catch you later, Entity.
See you, Entity.
We'll see you next time, man. Hope you have a good 2 weeks. So, basically, they've now caved. They've dropped Mansell out of any lawsuits or legal actions, and they're eating crow, basically saying, come to us, we'll get you all your shit, we'll get you any money owed. They're doing everything they should have done from day fucking one. Now, as for the Reckless Ben, they probably will continue it. Now, that is up for... depends, because the police department and the AG there want to go after him to make a fucking point. But so many civil liberties, they did so many things against his civil liberties, they'd be idiots to continue going after him. In fact, if anything, he's probably going to show up with a fuck ton. Some of the best attorneys in America have already contacted him. Some of the best civil liberties attorneys have literally been like, hey, call me. I bet you 10 to 1 what's going to happen in the end of this. Mansell's going to get money. He's going to make a good payday. He's going to get whatever's owed back. He's probably going to get paid in full for what they didn't sell and still get the stuff back to resell. Just so they can look like they're the good guys again. And when it comes to Ben's lawsuit, the DA is probably going to try to go forward with it, get shot down in flames by the level of lawyers that he's going to bring in. The public perception is already that they're corrupt as fuck. More than likely, the lawsuit with Bricks and Minifigs, Ben's lawyer team is going to meet with them, and they're going to basically be like, look, we'll take down certain things and reemit videos. You drop your shit, we drop our shit, and we both part fucking ways never to speak of each other again. And that's probably how that's going to end, if they're smart. Because there's so much public perception on this right now that if they actually did sue Ben, it'd fuck them even more. Because they're already made to be the villains. And they are, for the most part, of their own doing. If the DA there continues, their police department's going to get sued into fucking oblivion. Because there's so much shit that they did wrong. So, here's criticism and allegations of wrongdoing. One, the disputed traffic stop. The allegation. Critics claim AFPD justified an initial stop using a stop sign violation that is contradicted by their own video footage. Reckless Ben's response video argues the department's public explanation does not match the body cam and dash cam evidence. They're still saying that, of course, they're saying we did no wrong, even though their own video shows he stopped and they had no reason to pull him over. The search warrant that was issued that produced no evidence. Allegation critics argue FDA obtained a search warrant for Ben's R&B based on weak evidence and speculatory claims. The search reportedly failed to uncover any alleged evidence the police were seeking. So they basically got a warrant because the Airbnb owner said he heard the words Legos and stolen, which is exactly what they've been investigating. Secondly, where did he hear this? Because if he was listening to any conversations while they were renting the property, that raises a whole other can of fucking worms. Secondly, when is a speculation of I heard something good enough for any judge worth of salt to issue a fucking search warrant?
Yeah, especially on something like this.
Yeah, it sounds so fucking flimsy.
Yeah. So also, there's a critics point to a body cam footage, a court-recorded discussion suggesting AFPD may have incorrectly stated that legal papers had already been served when they had not. They also argue that the AFPD released heavily edited and redacted footage that omitted context favorable to Ben, calls out for unredacted footage intensified, which finally those did, and yeah, everything they redacted had nothing to do with privacy. It was everything all the way down to one of their officers calling him a douchebag, then admitting, oh, I probably shouldn't have said that, and then muting his fucking mic. First of all, I got something to add to that. If we're going to cam up these fuckers, they should have no ability to pause it, freeze it, or mute it. Ever. So they recruit. AFPD was criticized after reports that a public Dropbox link exposed large amounts of unredacted body cam footage. AFPD focused enforcement efforts on Ben while appearing less concerned about alleged threats made against him. So here's the best part. When he first got arrested, they arrested him and released him. Then they issued a warrant out for him. And the warrant they issued, the reason he fled to Mexico is because the warrant they issued basically stated that he could not be eligible for bail. He would be held indefinitely until the court date because he was a threat to Joshua Douchebag. Yet it was Joshua Douchebag who, when he called the police, threatened that he was going to shoot somebody. Yet they did nothing to him.
Fishy, fishy.
Yeah. So we're going to hop to the next video. This next video is the press release released by the AFPD's chief of police, who you can barely hear the audio on it. Like, play him just for a second so everybody, like, jump ahead real quick and turn the volume all the way up.
And I am the chief of police for the American Fork Police Department. I'd like to address the members of our American Fork and Cedar Hills community.
First of all, he looks like he sucks his own farts and enjoys it.
Well, he's also acting like he's about to tell everybody that, hey, there was just a mass murderer that went around and started shooting up a bunch of people, and now there's a bunch of kids that are lost. You know, like,
here's the interesting thing.
So depressed.
Before they started deleting and removing comments, one of the comments that grabbed my eye was people were talking about, why the fuck is he talking like that? Why is he why is he wording things like that? All this shit. The guy that commented used to be a former member of the LDS. And he said the way he is exactly talking is a deflection technique that they teach their fucking higher-ups. Yeah.
Jeez.
So he basically admits no wrong, justifies the illegal search, justifies the illegal warrant, justifies all the time they arrest him, justifies everything they accuse him about. It's so fucking bullshit. Now the next one,
counter accusations.
So the next one that Shark's going to pop up real quick this is actually all of the body cam footage that finally got released unredacted. And yeah, it is just fucked up. Like, there's an entire situation where the first time he got arrested, one of the officers is talking to the other officer going, dude, he has broken no laws. We have no grounds. You can tell this guy, out of all of them that was there, was uncomfortable with how they were trying to find they're going through a list of shit trying to find something to get him on. Yeah. So after all of this, him fleeing to Mexico, the next go ahead and bring up the last video, but don't start playing it yet. So here's the best part about all this. They finally, Bricks and Minifigs goes full corpo douche. They're like, if we can't get him to stop, we don't have enough power for YouTube to listen to us. We're going to go after his revenue stream. So they send a letter to Patreon. Now, I will say this with a grain of salt. Patreon has been known to do some douchey things in the past, especially when it comes to people on the writer's side of the political aisle. But for once, they did do something, in my opinion, right, and I love how they do it. So this is the CEO of Patreon.
Dear creator community, my name is Jack Conti, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Patreon. On May 29th, Patreon received an official takedown request filed by Bricks and Minifigs for media and accounts related to Reckless Ben and an ongoing dispute regarding a local Lego consignment issue. This is the verified complaint with exhibits. This is the request for immediate content removal pursuant to temporary restraining order. And this is the motion for the temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction. So after an extensive review and investigation by Patreon's trust and safety team, we have in fact unfortunately determined that Bricks and Minifigs can stuff it. We're keeping Ben's page up. And if Bricks and Minifigs doesn't like that, they can sue us. Patreon out.
That was fucking hilarious, because here they're trying to pull the whole "we'll sue you into oblivion," and then they try to threaten a bigger company. The bigger company was like, fuck off.
Yeah, that whole thing was him going back to his team and be like, yo guys, how's the lawyer team doing? We good? All right, awesome. Let's go.
Oh man.
So yeah,
That's
so
just
far
a
is the
crazy-
drama.
That is a
It's-
crazy
dude.
roller coaster.
Every fucking day, the shit that was just coming out was weirder and weirder and wilder. And the fucking CEO goes on a podcast and literally they softball him, but in the softball, he literally contradicts and makes himself look 10 times fucking worse. It's like, geez. And then you find out that this guy who's the CEO and his dad used to all be part of a company that his dad still runs, to my knowledge, that the entire company's premise was you hired them and they will protect you and strong arm against legal assaults on your corporation. They were fucking hatchet men and spin doctors. And to see them go down in fucking flames and have to eat crow like he's doing is fucking glorious. Now, like I said, I don't agree with everything Ben did, and I do think there are some things that he did that some punishment is warranted, but the way the police department relentlessly went after him and the level of things that they did that is so fucked up and wrong. Their DA, if he had half a fucking brain, would just drop and dismiss all of this and literally just send a nice little note saying, please don't ever fucking return to our city. That's all we ask.
Yeah.
Don't ever fucking come back. And just delete their video. Let, the 10-second brain people forget about all of it. Let the center of attention go to where it should be, on the CEO, and is Menzel going to get everything done right? That would be the smart thing. But considering we're dealing with, people from that area with their little golden tablets that nobody's ever seen, I don't think they will, because they're dumbasses. The fact that they handled all of this the way they did with somebody who had cameras around him the whole fucking time shows how goddamn dumb they are. Every major metropolitan city already knows they wouldn't have done that shit. Or if anything, they would have destroyed the goddamn cameras the minute they got him in the fucking jail and got wiped the hard drives of everything.
Right.
And then be like, oh, must have been an electrical issue inside our storage. But no, it shows you how dumb they are. So, that's basically been all of our stuff right there. You doing all right, man?
Yeah, I need to go eat.
Okay, well, go ahead and go camera. Shut your camera for a second and go grab some food. We're going to do the trailers.
All right.
So, all right, on that note, while he goes gets food, because he had a long day out in the heat. Yeah, This Texas weather already sucks. We're going to hop
it's
into some
already
trailers.
90.
Oh, I know, dude. That's why on Tuesday the whole car is getting nano ceramic tint.
Yeah, nice.
Because it needs it. That back window turns. It's funny, like the front, you're like, okay, this ain't half bad. And as you're driving around, you're like, why is my whole backside on fire and sweating? Because that big fucking window is just like, rating
Yeah.
it.
I did that for my car a few years back, and I mean, it was just night and day difference. It's so much
You know,
better.
especially because the back and sides, I'm going like as dark as I'll fucking go. And then the side, I think I'm going to do, what is it?
The legal limit.
Yeah, whatever the legal limit is on the sides. And then the front, they're able to do, because of my situation, I've already got my doctor to write it, they're going to do 25% on the front.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we're going to hop into some trailers. All right, so the first one we're going to react to today is the first trailer for the third season of Silo. If any of y'all haven't watched the show, I would suggest picking up on it. You got time to get caught up on season 1 and 2. I actually love this show. It's one of the few shows that's sci-fi shows I've watched in a while that so far half the directions I thought it was going to go into, it didn't. And the directions it went into, I'm actually kind of glad it did, because one, it surprised me, and two, it got me wondering more. And that's what a good show does. It doesn't mystery box you. It gives you an answer to what you thought, but then shows you not what you thought. It is this. And then that answer opens up even more questions.
I'm so excited for this. I mean, after watching the seasons that are out, I had to go and get the books and start reading them. That's an indicator of a good show.
Yeah, I actually have in a list, it's not this paycheck, but next one I'm going to renew my subscription so I can have all the audiobooks so I can get caught up on driving.
You were in there for 3 minutes. 3 minutes in a box of fire.
I wish they would do it behind the scenes, because I want to know how much of those sets actually exist.
Oh, you know Adam Savage is going to do stuff. Like, he's totally going to
Oh,
go
yeah.
up.
Well, I'm shocked he hadn't after as big as the first season was. I'm kind of shocked that he hasn't. I mean, this is kind of right up down his alley, but I think with all they're adding into this season, you're right. If he doesn't, I'd be shocked, because this trailer just shows you they're going big on this season.
Well, I mean, it's a huge turn.
Memories for 3
Yeah, well, I've
years.
got to go rewatch now the second
those
inning,
you've
because
given
parts
her.
I remember parts, but not all.
I look at myself in the mirror, and I don't even know who's looking back at me.
And it's just around the bend.
She doesn't remember anything except what they tell her.
This one's coming to an end.
You are the only one who has ever gone out and survived.
There's a new voice.
Truth does not come without cost.
The amount of panic.
I mean, the actors they got to do everything here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, especially after reading the books, the actors they got are just, I mean, they are the characters.
Okay,
Like,
I
just
got to throw
perfect
this
casting.
up real quick. So if you haven't watched the first or second one, plug your ears for a second.
Yeah, don't we have a spoiler or something like
I
that?
do. It's up in the right corner right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert. After what we saw in season 2,
Yeah.
they're going to in the trailer in a second, it's going to show it. So, I want to see more of what we saw of the building of these silos. I want to know why they were built. I want to know, is everything gone, or is this one really big, long, fucked up experiment is either still going or somebody forgot about?
So if we're like still in the spoiler section, I can tell you that at least the book series goes into that. It gives you that information that you're wanting.
Okay, good.
I mean,
I'm gonna turn that off.
still doing its secrets and stuff, but
yeah,
it's good.
Okay, so now we can go back. No more spoilers. I still want to know why Rumble dropped though. That is kind of
Yeah, it's weird.
Found out why.
We were too spicy for Rumble.
How much time we have left?
No, we weren't talking enough about casinos. And, you know, their shitty... We probably killed us because we talked shit about their shitty coffee.
Why do they
Yeah,
need
probably.
to kill Asylum?
That or I mentioned the queefening and they killed us because of that.
Yeah, the small show that only has like 2 bots that watch it on Rumble. We gotta kill that. That's a threat.
You made your choice. You'll die.
And you never know if these things are using AI. You never know what the fuck they programmed it to go after.
We'll find.
True. But dude, Silo, what's this, season 2, season 3? Looking so good.
Considering, depending if we all are going to hop on SC tomorrow or not, I may re-binge the 2nd season just to refresh myself.
That day is not this day.
Shit, the theater's open if you want to binge it.
The end of the world
I might take you up on that.
cannot be stopped. It can only be survived.
Juliet, whatever you're going to do it now.
There's a new world coming, and it's just around the bend.
I'm just glad we don't have to wait too damn long.
Yeah. Wow. I love this show. I just downright love it. And it's not even like a genre that I'm generally into. Like something like this I generally wouldn't be into, but it was just so good.
Yeah, they outdid themselves. It just, and like I said, that is becoming, it's sad that that's becoming such a fucking rarity. So,
yeah.
All right, so next one we got is actually from the State of Play. This is actual gameplay from Wolverine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Let's see if we can find the one that got away. Redhead. Might be our only lead.
And this is on PlayStation that they're playing it?
Took off into the industrial park.
Well, it's only coming out on PlayStation.
I mean, for it being on PlayStation, it looks pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Not as much RTX and a bunch of other stuff, but you know, or ray tracing. I should
Perimeter
say.
stable. Holding position.
Good.
Yeah, but let's face it, how many people really play ray tracing on? I mean, most games it runs every system unless you're running a 10K system and shit.
True. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right.
No answer. Stay sharp. I don't like this.
It's interesting how quickly the blood goes away on the character.
Yeah. That also might be how you get over the rating system, too. Oh.
Be an interesting mechanic if, like, when you walk through, like, a pond or a puddle or something, that's
Well, it's
how
getting
you get
red.
rid of it.
See?
Yeah.
The puddle he was standing in was going red. So
maybe they did put that in. Maybe that is why.
I'm more curious when he does start getting hurt, how much of the healing factor they show. Well, the little guy with the red cap they just showed is from, might have been...
Not today, Bob.
He's either an X-Force or he's a member, he becomes a member of the Brotherhood. I'm trying to remember. No, he becomes a part of the Morlocks. He's one of the Morlocks.
Oh, wow.
Skullbuster! Up there! We need backup! Now!
Dude's rocking Halo Marine armor.
Damn!
And it's protecting them about as much as Marine armor.
Yeah. There's Jean Grey.
Oh, so they're having crossover too. Well, I shouldn't say crossover. No.
Well, I was reading
They're bringing
something
more than just him.
Yeah, I didn't get much reading into it, but apparently, like, they're not going to use the name X-Men in this at all. Like, I guess they're trying to... So, little tidbit of news. Let me pause this for a second. Apparently, they're not going to use the X-Men in this in a sense of using the word X-Men, because I guess they're trying to go away from that because of the whole, misogyny, that type of dumb shit.
Really?
Kind of like the other news that came from DC is apparently now the new Wonder Woman's going to be a tranny.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be nowadays? God. So dumb.
Yeah.
Don't worry. You're not going anywhere.
Well, what do you expect? They have trouble leering.
Everyone shoot!
So I'm liking the way it looks. I'm loving the way they're making him attack and move.
Yeah.
So I'm loving the dismemberment,
I was watching the
gore.
footwork.
Even the concrete, the destructible environments look good. But I want to see him get hurt. I want to see how they're going to do the healing. Oh. Dude, his suit's getting destroyed.
Yeah. Well, you can see the health bar up there, but you see it regenning, that silver bar.
Yeah.
That's his health.
Ooh.
And then I guess below it's his power up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Okay, yeah, he used his ultimate, and that's why he can start doing this.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm liking it so far, but
yeah,
I just want to see the healing. I want to see him get ripped up pretty good to show the difference.
I want to see a boss really fuck him up.
I had to guess that's coming up. Like I only watched a little bit of this because this all happened when I was driving, so I only pulled over for a little bit. I got to right about here, so everything here I'm not aware of. So
Where are those mutants?
I like how they go from what's a cutscene into how
it's
you're
almost
actually
seamless.
playing.
Yeah, it's a seamless transition, which is badass.
Like if you know what you're looking for, you know what's going on, but you're doing it in a good way.
What also blows my eyes, look how much the camera's moving and revolving and changing around him, and not once have we lost him in frame. Like, the camera is on him where it needs to be.
Not once
every
has it
time.
felt awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like there.
Here's a big guy. Okay, come on. I want to see healing. Oh, shit. Oh, look at the ribs.
Yeah.
Then the animate. Oh, shit. Okay.
That's what you were waiting for.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
All right.
Okay. God damn it. Am I going to have to play a fucking PlayStation now?
Well, I'll get it and you can play. Yeah, it seems like it'll be fun to play at the theater.
Yeah. Damn, okay, this is a lot better than I was expecting. My hopes were not high on this. Now I want to play it.
I was hoping for the redhead.
Oh yeah, you see him all ripped up there. That was cool.
Yeah.
Let's get you guys out of here.
I'm kind of disappointed that his suit keeps regenning. The suit should just evaporate away and eventually you just have the pants and that's it.
I mean, wasn't there some kind of lore about how it was like built with nanobots or some kind of thing like that? I forget.
Maybe in later, but the original he used to always just rip up suit, like the suits would get destroyed because I remember one of the older comics, kind of like, you know, they would do the side stories and it was Jubilee doing laundry and she's bitching about like all the shit people get in, like Beast, all the hair and all that. And then
And how many
somehow I
suits he
think it
goes
went
through.
to Logan, and all it is pants because the shirt just gets destroyed and everything gets destroyed all the time. No, that looks good. That really is making me think of, like, hopefully by the time it comes out, the prices drop on the damn systems.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's honestly why I've held off. It's just because I can't justify. I got other shit like coffee roasting stuff and car parts.
I'm still
I wanna
interested
buy
to see
first.
what the Steam Cube will come out for.
Yeah, especially considering other people have already emulated ones for about $800 that have better specs.
Yep.
All right, so this next one is a Netflix show coming out with Oscar Isaac called The Hand of Dante.
Who's Dante? Who's Dante? Behold, a deity stronger than I who coming shall rule over me. What? I know this poem so well, I feel like I wrote it myself.
How would you like to look at the original manuscript?
It doesn't exist.
If it did exist,
I mean, it'd be the greatest literary treasure of all time.
yeah.
It'd be priceless.
We'll make it affordable.
What do you mean?
You can't tell nobody about these things. That's a sin. That's a bad sin.
It's supposed to be a noir.
Are you all right?
I don't know. Like I said, this came across my feed, and I had heard nothing about it.
This place.
Familiar is good.
And it just
Like
looks
home.
fucking good.
Yeah.
Reminds me of something
weird.
I can't quite get a grip on. Kind of wisp of a memory that can't be caught before it fades away. You're leaving a trail of blood.
This is probably going to start a war.
This thing is ours, and it is clean.
There are people who know of its existence. Remember what I always told you. God's everywhere. And he hears everything. What about this broad?
So-
She's got nothing to do.
From what I'm seeing so far from this trailer, it's pulling kind of like a Cloud Atlas.
Okay.
Everybody we're seeing is in now, and then it's jumping back to whoever wrote the story or the manuscript he's talking about, and each one of them is one of the people in the past.
Oh, it's like an Assassin's Creed type vibe.
Kind of, sort of, but more. I think it's more like movies that have done this is kind of like Cloud Atlas, Predestination. That's why I'm wondering, like, it's based on a book, and I'm actually probably going to get the audio. If there is an audio book, let's do it.
That's my own personal life.
Guys who
What I
work
love
for
about this
me,
trailer
they
is it's
got
getting
no
me to want to know
personal
more
lives.
and making me ask a lot of questions.
Next time
That's
you see
what
me,
a trailer
bring me
should do.
20,000 in cash.
Why?
Not just
I
the
need to
sheer
be dead.
fucking cast is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Momoa.
Like, seriously.
I am amused by his game, and I like the pussycat quite curious.
Oscar Isaac, Gal Gadot, Gerard Butler.
This is an exercise in
John
Netflix going,
Malkovich.
shit, we don't have anything out right now. We need
Every
to do
man's
something.
only savior dwells within himself.
Martin
Whether he
Scorsese,
discovers him and be saved,
Al Pacino,
or discovers him
Jason
not and be
Momoa.
damned.
This is living, kid.
No, you want to know what this hits me as?
What?
This hits me as Netflix's way of saying, Warner Brothers, you sold to the wrong motherfuckers.
Ooh.
Because this is literally like the type of shit that it's like, if this is good, with the heavy hitters that are in this, if this does not start winning fucking awards, if it's good, then that tells you that it's literally Hollywood just trying to be the pussies that they are and not give credit to the streaming companies.
Definitely.
Because, yeah, this... And it's
Oh,
coming
wow,
up later
it's
this
soon.
month. Yeah. Yeah, the minute I only watched the first part, because a lot of these trailers, I don't want to watch all of them anymore. I want to have, like...
Yeah, have the reactions here instead of
But yeah,
just be
this
me.
hits me even more than the first, like, time I watched the first 30 seconds of it. Because, yeah, I have so many fucking questions, and they're like, I want to know more.
That was a good trailer. Rock solid.
Yeah. That's another thing that ruins a lot of these fucking movies is whoever makes their trailers, like, you're giving away too goddamn much.
It's like you're trying to put all the like action and all the like the big stuff in it to make it all lively, right? And then, well, now you've just given away the entire thing.
Yeah. So our next one is the first trailer for X-Men 97 Season 2.
It's hard to believe what's not waiting for me.
I need to watch the first season.
Someone I lost. Someone special.
Well, first season did the whole battle at Genosha.
The X-Men are scattered through time. In the past, from the start of Apocalypse's reign, to the future at the height of his rule.
The X-Men. I must strike them at their most vulnerable.
That's what pissed me off about Age of Apocalypse, is they fucked up so many storylines and didn't do the storyline they should have. And Oscar Isaacs looked good as Apocalypse. They just did not give him the proper story. Like, his whole take on Amon-Sur was good.
Okay.
It was everything else in that movie that was just... You know which movie I'm talking about, right?
I actually don't.
It was the last X-Men movie they did that had the First Class people. Olivia Munn played Psylocke. And Oscar Isaacs actually played Apocalypse.
Oh, was that the one where the dude came from, like... he had, like, a time puck or something like that? And he was moving around?
No. The Time Puck one was Deadpool. That was with Cable.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, this one I think it was called Age of Apocalypse.
I may not have seen it then.
And the only thing that killed it was they tried to put too many characters in it. They tried to spin forward. Like, not only did they do the Age of Apocalypse storyline, they did the beginning of the House of M compiled on it, then they did the fucking Dark Phoenix. They tried to load just so many goddamn stories into it to create this explosion of a movie, and they fucked it. Yet everybody they had in the movie was some of the best casting that they've ever done. They just fucked the landing and tried to do too much. And it's kind of hard to do the Age of Apocalypse without Wolverine, considering Wolverine in the Age of Apocalypse is supposed to be one of his 4 horsemen. Okay. Until he goes rogue, tells him to fuck himself, and that's when Apocalypse rips all the adamantium out of his body.
Ow.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 1990s.
Jeez, could have at least bought me a drink first.
We gotta get the X-Men back.
Bishop.
To the 90s.
Because if you're doing Bishop, there's Cable.
You fight a battle that cannot be won. Against the dawn of an age that cannot be stopped.
There's Warlock.
This isn't just about us. It's about everyone we've lost.
From the beginning of time to the reaches of tomorrow, we stand together.
Which the little tidbit they just showed there was Morph can only morph into anyone he's ever touched or been around. So for him to morph into Deadpool, that means Deadpool exists. They're acknowledging that Deadpool is canon in X-Men 97.
Yeah. Right now, I believe in the X-Men. We're back, baby.
All right.
That looks good.
That's the first season.
Yeah, that is one of the few things about Avengers Doomsday I'm looking forward to is, even if it's for a few moments, seeing Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler again, because he did do the best Nightcrawler we've ever gotten. Like in the original X-Men movies, his Nightcrawler was so faithful to the comic adaptation of Kurt Wagner.
That's cool.
Like, all the way down to him explaining the scars all over his body. He self-inflicts all the scars on his body, one for every sin he's ever done. because he's that believing in faith that he self-punishes himself. All right, next one we got. Hopefully Sony won't banhammer our asses.
That's right.
Or
What's the
I think it's
second one?
Sony.
We've got Rumble that already did it.
Yeah, Rumble. Rumble, I think, was just shit connection. It's like it's done it to us before. Remember, we had one where halfway through an episode it dropped out, and then we had another episode it never wanted to connect. Like I said,
just talking shit.
Oh, we always talk shit. Their fucking system sucks fucking dick.
It does.
All right, so we got Supergirl.
Here's the thing. My cousin and I have very different ideas.
I like the suits. I will hand him that. I didn't think I would, but I like the suits. Because the first photos they showed us of his, it looked like crap, but the finished one looks good. I just, for the love of God, out of all the Supergirl stories they could have picked, why they picked Thomas Keene's? His was never a good one. It was never a selling one. And why is it that every DC thing we're seeing, even though James Gunn is saying he didn't direct it, they all look like shit that's from James Gunn? Like, I don't know.
Hopefully we just don't get that dog back.
I like the way she looks. She looks like Supergirl.
Brought destruction.
Her suit looks good. I just don't know.
Every corner of the universe, the galaxy, must be defended.
Honestly, the best adaptation of Supergirl I ever saw in my lifetime was Laura Vandervoort on Smallville.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And the second would be Helen Slater in the original 80s film.
Is this supposed to be Crypto?
They haven't called it Crypto. This is, I guess, but that's not Crypto. Crypto didn't look like that. You got to remember, this dog looks like this because this is
of James Gunn's dog.
Yeah, this is the one dog that James Gunn had for a few months that kept biting his ankles when he was trying to write the script of everything. Mr. Ego had to self-insert a mutt.
You cannot give up on me.
And remember, the first trailer, like everybody keeps pointing out, was that dog, that CGI dog, pissing on a CGI newspaper of Superman.
That was a party.
Yeah. That might be a problem.
Like, I think the only redeeming factor of this entire movie is going to be him if he does Lobo right. It's Nerdrotic and the guys pointed out that the Tom Keene storyline, Girl of Tomorrow, whatever it's called, doesn't have Lobo in it. So they already changed the storyline of the story they said was so good because they know that that her character isn't big enough to stand alone. Because like multiple people have pointed out, when you see girls that dress up for comic book characters during Halloween, how many Supergirls do you see versus Wonder Womans? Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's already put her foot in her mouth on social media. Some of this dumb. She already said some dumb shit that pissed
pretty
people off.
colorful, but that's just so everyone knows we're good.
Okay, the suit does look good.
Yeah. So basically, I guess a troll account was going after her, and the troll account's name was Christian Dads and a something, like a number following.
All right.
And she made a comment about it, calling it out, and basically telling him, in a sense, what the fuck is your problem type shit. The controversy came from dumbasses online not realizing she was separating a troll account and calling out a troll account, took it as she was saying that to every Christian dad. So in a sense, not really her fault, but at the same time, PR people should have told her, don't feed the fucking trolls.
I was literally about to say that. Why are you feeding the trolls? Like, you're on this multi-million-dollar
exactly
show. Like, you got to be past that. Like, you can't be.
I always thought his Lobo looks good. All the way down to the bike. That looks like a Lobo.
I'm going to tell you something. Only one of you is going to make it out alive.
Is that Antonio Banderas?
I don't think so. I think he just does a good. I don't think it's him. Trust me, if he was in it, they'd be hitting that name everywhere because.
I know, but that voice sounded very similar.
Yeah. I'm looking at it this way. It may end up being one of those movies that it is a decent movie. Do I think it's going to be keeps the DC alive, big explosion? No, because even the Superman wasn't. And now they've showed photos from Superman Man of Tomorrow and Lex Luthor in his the armor, which is stupid because you just now introduced this Superman and this Lex Luthor, and now in their very next outing, they're already going to be working together. No, in the comics, it took forever for those two to come together.
Yeah, what are they just going straight to the dark side?
I don't know what they're doing. All I know is they showed a set photo of him, and it literally looks like a green Nicholas Hoult walking in the suit on the set. The suit literally looks like a green and purple Buzz Lightyear.
Well,
it doesn't look good. Like, yeah, it's. I don't know. I think they just need to fucking get rid of James Gunn and go in another direction before they fuck the pooch epically on everything. All right, so we got one more game thing to look at that popped out.
All right.
And this is the reveal trailer for Alien Isolation 2. And then after that, we got one more trailer, and that's it for the trailers. I saved the best one for last.
So far, it looks good. It sounds good.
For being a pre-alpha, yeah.
Sega. Just be insane if it turns out to be a Sonic or something.
やってくれたわね。大きな損失よ。こんな失態を見逃す会社ではないの。
That actually looks like we're watching
こ
a
れは
movie.
最後のチャンス。
This looks good. I don't know
Well,
what
you
it
definitely
is,
tell
but
by
it's
the
good.
design that was a Weyland-Yutani vessel.
Do you understand?
Damn. FYI, I didn't watch this one at all.
I understand.
Oh. Is that Alien? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one, thankfully, is going to be on every platform. Because, yeah, you got PS5, Xbox, Nintendo, and Steam.
It threw me for a loop with the fact that it had the Sega logo. I was like, what? Are we doing Dark Sonic? Let's go.
Dark Sonic. Don't give them any ideas. They'd probably fuck it up.
True. But come on, how insane would it be, like a horror thriller Sonic?
I don't know. It could work. I ain't gonna lie. It could probably work. All right. So last one we got. This one just looked interesting. I had not heard anything about this, and the more I watched it, it looked interesting. And they got to have some faith in this one because one, in 5 days, this thing has hit 26 million views.
Wow.
And on top of that, it's not only going in theaters on August 14th, but also IMAX.
Oh, they got the IMAX contract?
Yeah, IMAX is picky on what the hell they're going to put up, especially in the summer. So this is...
I mean, since they said no to Marvel and Doomsday.
Yeah, and so they're giving it to Dune. This is called The End of Oak Street.
Did anybody else see that weird light last night?
What weird light?
The wind was blowing all crazy. Starbuck was freaked out and barking.
Could have been lights from a helicopter.
Or a UFO?
Aliens.
Shut up, Dad.
I didn't realize it was Bad Reboot.
Looks like the whole neighborhood.
J.J. Abrams.
Bad Robot.
Yeah, it's J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
Or at least his company.
I didn't know he owned Bad Robot.
We can't leave.
I think that our neighborhood, our house, our whole street has moved.
How the hell is that even possible?
Get out of there! Run! What the hell's going on? Get inside now! I just heard a gunshot! I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm alright.
Gather supplies. Grab anything you can use as a weapon. What are we gonna do?
Is it Land of the Lost?
We're gonna survive.
I don't know. Like I said, I heard nothing about this. It just popped in my feed. I was like, what the fuck?
God's not gonna let us die here.
Greg, you only go to church at Christmas and now you're telling the kids God's looking out for us? What about the people who are out there getting eaten?
Yeah, this is like...
I love this coming up. Yeah, I just go piss it off. I need a big enough caliber to do shit to something that big.
Yeah.
This is like Red Dawn meets SCP meets Terra Nova.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I said, I've heard nothing about this at all. And then the trailer just dropped, and I was just like, whoa, and it's a good trailer. That's what got me. It's a good trailer. It makes me want to know more, like, what the fuck is actually going on.
It gets you excited about going to see it. Even though it showed you a lot, it gets you excited to go see it.
Yeah, and that's what good fucking trailers do. Lord knows we don't get enough of them anymore. So that's trailers. Those were the good ones that came up this week, last 2 weeks.
I mean, there was a lot of good ones there. I mean, even the quote-unquote bad ones that came through weren't really bad.
No, not at all. Not this time. Yeah, like I said, we had some good ones, especially those 2 game ones, and there were some other games, but the trailers for those were super fucking short because they were just kind of the tidbit teasers.
Yeah.
But there's the new what is it? I think it's the new Dying Light. It's either a Dying Light or it's one of those Dying series games. That one looked good, but it's not a full trailer. It was just kind of like a quick excerpt for the state of play. And then there's this weird, twisted fucking horror one called Ill that just looks ridiculous. Like full-on gore fest game.
Yeah,
like so much
put
so
that on YouTube.
Well, it's on YouTube, so you can watch it on YouTube. Yeah. In fact, it's one of those that it's like Asmund and Charlie both reacted to it, and both of them were like, "Oh, what is this? This is like," and then like the second scene that hits, both of them are like, "Oh shit!" and getting into it like already. They're like, you can see them reaching over and like wish list click, because it just looks good. Like it is full on like Resident Evil meets body horror meets just messed up. Like if they put out a better trailer or they have a better edit of that one, we'll probably watch it next show.
Okay.
Because it's not releasing, I think, this year. I think both the Dying one and that one are a 2027 slated release. So, but yeah. Now, what Entity said, I'm curious to see how many games are going to start pulling that shit.
Yeah,
like, I don't give a fuck about scanning my ID. You can take my identity. There ain't nothing to steal right now. I'm broke as fuck. In fact, U.S. government says I owe my metric fuck ton of money. So if you want to take on that, go for it. But it comes down to, it's like, I'm all more leery about who's housing it and for how long. Now, if they're going to take it, register it, clear that out to where you never have to provide it again, and then they delete it, I don't give a fuck. I'm fine for that.
Yeah, like there's some companies out there that are doing it the right way. There are some companies out there. But they are far and few between because they just want your data. It questions, is it going to be Steam that I have to do that through, or is it going to be Rockstar? Steam I have no issue with because for the most part, anytime they've been hit, they've been very transparent of something that happened.
contacted anybody affected, and remedied the problem.
Yeah.
Rockstar, not so much. Look how much goddamn shit, especially with GTA, has been leaked over the fucking years. Their system, their security sucks.
Well, I mean, just the amount of like hackers and just
look
stupid
at it this
bullshit.
Way.
That
the
revolves
motherfucker
around
that
it.
released the fucking source code in the trailer for GTA 6 did it using a cell phone and a fire stick in a hotel room while he was under the watch of the FBI in the next fucking room. Yeah. That tells you their security was dog shit. So, yeah, I'm not going to trust if it's them. No offense to Rockstar. You know, you make games I've loved. I've loved the GTA games and I love Cyberpunk. But yeah, I don't trust you to house my fucking info for shit.
Them and Epic Games. I don't trust
Oh, well,
either
no,
of them.
Epic is dog shit. Their head of development or whatever it is has basically shot himself in the foot so many fucking times, it's hilarious. But that's it for everything that I got to offer. What do you guys got going on or anything you want to bring up?
I got nothing.
What about you, Shark?
No, not much here right now. Just got a few things to work on and try to get my house back in order.
Yeah, it's like I got to get this room, the big part of this room. I got to get all this stuff to do it first. And then I think once I have all that and cut everything, the resituation of the monitor and syncing it in won't take long. It'll just be more time of measuring and cutting and getting the new frame drop in than anything else. As for the rest of the layout of the room, still haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah,
I was telling Walrus I need two more countertops, and I found a scratch and dent overstock cabinet place.
Oh, nice.
So I want to go, probably going to wait till you get your truck back. I got nothing to move it in right now. But yeah, I'm going to go look at their prices and what they offer, and then save that up, and that basically the day I get the countertops and that, we can just swing by there. I'll pay for lunch, and we just pick that shit up and drop it off here, and then I'll paint it all. And I think once I got everything in here, one fucking Sunday, maybe a Sunday into half a Monday, and then it'll be done. Because I've already got the majority of everything, and I actually went and figured out a online program that I actually could put in the dimensions of my room and everything I want to do, and it actually created a semi-decent 3D render.
Nice.
To give me an idea in my head of what it would look like, and I was like, okay, that I can work with that. I can tweak and make that work.
Sweet.
So, but yeah, other than that, yeah. So,
just got an upcoming birthday next week, but that's it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, well, thank you for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed the show. Please give us a like, comment, subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. We got our Discord up. I think we have had one person join in. We'd love to hear your comments. If you're a troll, don't bother. We don't engage you assholes. I don't even delete you. I don't hide you. I just act like you are exactly what you are. Worthless and don't exist. Now, if you do actually provide something funny, we might actually mention it, because, hey, we love laughing at ourselves. That's why you trolls don't win with people like us. We don't give a shit about your opinion because, well, the majority of this panel is Gen X, and you just don't matter. You 10-second brain. Yep. We don't care about your 10-second brain limp dick impressions.
Hey, I'll take the honorary Gen X title.
You're more Gen X than you are millennial. I'll hand you that. Trust me, if you were more millennial, I wouldn't be able to deal with you.
Yeah.
We'll give you elder millennial status.
Elder millennial.
All right. I'll take it for now. I'll work my way up. Get that next stripe on the belt.
Right.
Yeah. So if you do join our Discord or follow our YouTube channel, I will be putting out more posts on there. Moving forward, like I said, I've got some Star Citizen stuff with other creators in that space. I'd love to get them on here and pick their brain, because some of them have insider knowledge more than any of us, of course, and some of them have played a little bit longer than some of us. So I'd love to get them on. Going to try to get some more coffee-centric stuff. I have talked to my friend Gabe, and we are a go to work with him to film inside his coffee shop. He agreed, no live. We'll create an actual video segment for that. And we'll have a full-on coffee episode that will be a full VOD for people to watch. And on top of it, he is going to do several demonstrations now that he just upgraded. He has a badass double group La Manzarco machine at his disposal.
Got it in?
Oh, yeah, he got it. It's fully set up.
I know last time we went, he was talking, or you were talking about it coming in.
Yeah, no, he got it. It's hooked up. He's been using it. They've got it dialed in. They're down a grinder because apparently he bought a new Malkonig and it came in completely with the Burr carrier misaligned.
Ooh.
So he had to send it back. So sadly that happened. That apparently with Malkonig is happening more often than not now. I think they've got too many models and too many different production facilities making stuff, and the QC is dropping a little, sadly. That's what happens when companies get too big or get too big of a head of themselves. Who knows, you know? Maybe a combination of both. But yeah, we're definitely going to plan that and get that out. And with all the shows ending, you've got, what is it? The big tech show for computer stuff is just ended today in Taiwan, Computex. Yep. So Computex 2026 just ended. All the reviewers and channels are releasing their stuff. SCA, all the videos coming out of all the new coffee stuff, the reviewers I've been waiting on are going to do their stuff. So next show, if more videos come out, we will probably do a coffee / what the tech show, because there is a lot of shit I've been seeing that I'm waiting to see other people get their hands on and what they think, especially in the computer world. My God, when it comes to cases, RAM, AIOs, that show, holy shit, the level of stuff these companies come out with is ridiculous.
I'm interested
especially
to see
Asus,
the
ROG
integrated clients.
Oh yeah, well the ROG line, holy shit, they've got a fuck ton because they're about to hit their 20th anniversary. So they've got all sorts of limited edition stuff coming out. And the even crazier part that I'm wanting to see more videos of that I'm waiting on, there's apparently a AIO company that one is an already established known company, and the second is a new newbie on the block. Both of them have released pumpless AIOs that work off of thermodynamics. And then another company is using, basically it's an AIO for the CPU that has no pump and no fans, and it works off of basically the water expansion builds it into the coil system, and the coil system uses any ambient air and basically creates its own airflow without fans.
Oh, is that like the ionic something?
Something like that. Yeah, like a bit.
Like they energize the fins, but then it basically.
Thruster.
Yeah, it's old fucking technology that's been used in other shit for years, but they've just now shrunken it down for CPUs.
Yeah, like converts something into basically plasma.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah.
So I'm waiting to see the thermals on that, and then like I said, there's a couple of case designs that, holy shit, they are literally, they are up in the bar on this whole year. There's a ton of shit, especially from Thermaltake and Fantex that I've already seen just a little bit of that is impressive as fuck. Especially Fantex. They've got one called the EK6 coming out that each component on the motherboard, the GPU, the AIO and the RAM, the power, are all in their own units inside the case with their own separate airflow. So no heat from any individual unit affects any other unit. And then in front of the damn CPU, the glass that's in front of that section is an entire LCD screen as a sensor panel.
Nice.
Oh, I think for the next episode, each of us should like go and like do a little bit of research on like the one thing that we're like most excited for coming out, and then we'll showcase it.
Okay, so that's homework for the guys here right now. Jay's 2 Cents, Paul's Hardware, and GGF Events. Those channels have done the biggest level of coverage from Computex. They have done an episode per each booth that was there.
Nice.
Okay.
So watch them, and then watch a couple SCA videos from last year's SCA and this year's SCA in San Diego, and that'll show you all the coffee shit coming down the pike, too.
So I know something we forgot in this show to bring up.
What?
Sir Idris Elba.
Oh, yeah. Idris Elba got knighted.
He did. Yep. We forgot to bring that up. But
I forgot that happened this past 2 weeks. I thought that was last show. Was this?
It was right, 2 weeks? Like something like that. Yeah.
You're right. It would have to be because it did still pop in my feed, and if it was older than 2 weeks, it wouldn't be in the feed anymore.
Exactly. So yeah,
Damn.
congrats to him. Awesome actor.
Oh yeah, dude, everything he's done. Yeah, out of actors of his caliber, the one actor I wish was still alive was Lance Reddick. Lance Reddick was amazing. Plus, two, he will always be remembered in the Destiny world because he was the voice of Zavala.
For me, Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was named after him. So
does the name Patrick Godfrey come to mind?
Why does that sound familiar?
So in the movie Ever After with Drew Barrymore, he was in there. It literally just came across my feed saying "Dead at 93." Played her father in Ever After.
Damn. See, that's what I'm saying. Well, then again, a lot of these guys are getting up in age too. I keep forgetting some of that. You're in the 90s, shit.
Yeah, I mean it's going to happen.
Yeah, before you brought that up, what was I bringing up? Oh, Lance. Yeah, Lancer. So, okay, that's a quick shout out I also forgot to do too. So, for anybody that ever played Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, we talked about how Destiny 2 is going to hit end of service, that they're going to keep the servers up, but on Tuesday the 9th is the last big update. Not only is it the last big update, but they are dropping a fuck ton of shit into this update. And every single voice actor throughout the history of Destiny, other than Lance Reddick, has gone to their social medias in character, expressing their love to the crew, expressing everything. Yet all of them said something that was kind of interesting. Hashtag Destiny 3 and make your voices heard and be at the tower on Tuesday the 9th. So if you have Destiny, log in on the 9th. Because if you can crash the fucking servers and get a ton of people up there throughout the day, it will make Sony wake the fuck up and realize this is not a dead franchise. In fact, it's sad because many people online said exactly what I knew, which was if Lance Reddick was alive, he would have done what he did before every year on Zavala's birthday and the anniversary of Destiny. He would paint himself blue and go in as the Zavala character on his social medias. The guy was not only loved the character, but he was an avid fucking player of the game.
That's cool.
So yeah, Destiny is free to download, free to play. Hop in on the 9th. Just walk around the tower. Play a little if you want, but just show up sometime on Tuesday to basically let Sony know you fucked up.
Yeah, since we started talking about Destiny 2, I downloaded and joined in. You know, I got a bunch of my friends that were diehard players, and now we're going in and they're teaching me the noob. So
see, I quit playing a lot because everybody I knew wasn't playing it anymore. And a lot of the better stuff, the raids and everything, you've got to have a party of people that know what they're, not all know what they're doing, but you know what I'm saying, have knowledge of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't have that anymore. So there's a lot of stuff I missed out on. But you better believe the minute my car tint job's done, I'm back here at the house since I'm not working Tuesday, I'm hopping on. So, yeah, I'm glad. Man, I can't believe I forgot to shout that out earlier. It kind of sucks. Yeah, at least I did it. And I'll put a hashtag D3 in our description somewhere. So, well, again, we thank y'all for joining us. You now know what we're going to be working on for the next show. So if that sounds like something you want to hear, hop in. If you got any ideas or anything, like I said, join our Discord. Comment here or comment on the Discord. We have an entire channel on there on if you'd like things for us to talk about. Hit us up. But again, thank you for joining. I'm Wolf as always with Shark and Walrus here. Again, as always, stay heavily caffeinated, heavily opinionated, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.